Wait, what? Oh. My game capture's just broken. Cool. What's it doing? Game capture is broken. Okay, that one works. We're going with that. Game capture's being dumb. Oh, 1 second. I gotta put in the link now. There we go. Okay. Probably just gonna do some. Ooh, maybe I'll do open key placements actually. I can use a priority pass and support again. What's going on? Let's go and open up my stream real quick and then we'll get started. Sorry if I'm a little tired. I don't really stream this early. Just gotta turn off the wind stuff. New challenge mission. Ooh, look at all these loot boxes. Heck yeah. That one looks fun. That one. I want that one. That one also looks fun. Mystery swap. That's a pretty good one, I think. I don't think I did these challenges last year. Only 3 players looks cool too. Zomniks move faster. That one's pretty. Yeah. A deadly ghost chases the players. That sounds annoying. Apparently I've done this one. I'm pretty sure I played Brig whenever I did it too. I can game capture while you gotta be broken and stuff. It's fine. Okay. Ooh, maybe I'll pull out Diana. Ah, he took Torbjorn. Anna. Shoot. I think this is a good comp. McCree's kind of OP in this. And he's buffed, so even better. I can't hear anything. Alright, good start. Your 4C? What the heck is a 4C? I'm coming. Ooh. The aim gamer. What was this one again? Oh yeah, mystery swap. Wait, does that mean it's gonna only swap me to like DPS? I want to be on support if that's the case. I'm kind of the god of flexing. If you haven't seen my tank and DPS gameplay. Oh, double link. Easy. Okay, my music stopped already. What the? I'm Widowmaker now. Alright. Ah! I got it. No, this is my worst hero by far. Ah, this is funny. Hey. I hit it. Okay, we're good. Thank you, kid. Dink it. If these are real people, I'd be missing all of these. Widow's kind of useless in this game mode. Her sights are anyway. I'm Soldier 76 now. Let's go. Do we get we got double BAP? The hero limit's turned off too. That means we can get like quad brig or something. Oh, Reaper. That's a lot of damage. Wait, we could have 2 BAP ults up? Hold on. I'm coming over there right now. Kill him. There we go. Put down the heals. Okay, I'm going back. Oh, what the? Alright. Wait, why am I tap firing? This is new soldier. Yay. Ah, swapping. I thought a guy was spawning. Aw, I was gonna hit that one. Ah, I got knocked off. I see it. Ah. Ah, what the heck is that movement? He's better than I am. Thank you. What? I just got a no rag. Are you kidding me? Oh, heck. Eh. Yes! We have 2 Briggs and 2 Genjis. What the frick? Yeah, the Briggs can just keep healing each other. Oh, okay. Stunning breaks that. Good to know. You're cool. Don't worry about it. Hold on, I'm coming in with my rally too. Oh my goodness, what the frick is going on? I don't have stun yet. Okay, there we go. Yeah, kill him, boys. Get him in the corner. Yeah, just keep hitting him. Oh, shoot. We kind of left the door to die, but that's fine. I stunned him. It's fine. Get him in the corner. He's dead now. Where? On the right. I don't have whip shot yet. Eh. No. Ow, ow, ow. Brig, heal me. I heard that. Hey, I got my McCree again. Oh, the summoner. I don't have stun yet. There we go. 2 out of 3 ain't too bad. Oh, double dinkage. Ah, it's fine. There we go. No! Oh, I got hacking Hanzo again. Yeah! Might hit that. Oh, I know. Oh! All of the power! All of the power! B. I missed. I'm heckin' didn't get the headshot. He's one. I got him. Ah. Oh, I got a headshot. Oh. fine. I'll get the ult up fast. Okay, we're cool. Oh, I love this song. Everyone dies. That's not very nice, Anna. What did I get? Okay, I thought I got Moria for a second because my crosshair is purple for some reason. Oh, there's two of them. Wait, what? No, 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 no. Nice. Thanks. Okay, we're gaming. I'm coming, Reaper. I'm coming, I'm coming. Eh. Down emitter. There we go. Okay, I'm going back up top. I'll hit you over here. There we go. Wow, is that music that loud? Let's turn that down. Ah, shoot, I got Ana. No! I'm not using my ult on you, Genji. Heck you. Alright, who do we have anyway? I don't have any good damage. I don't have any good targets, I'll be honest. There you go, Genji. Have fun. You tried it. Uh-oh. I'm the only support. I have to watch my health. Ah! The door! The door! Ah! Nah. The door! No, I can't aim. Frick. Reloading. Ah! I slept her. Ah. Widow, stop standing still. Ow, 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 ow. Kill him! Kill him! Okay, we got Junkenstein. Heck you, Hog. Don't touch him. Kill the Mercy. Kill the Mercy. Eh. No, 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 no. The door, the door, the door. Okay, we're good. We're good, Gengu. I got you. I'm here for you. I got it. ML7 would be proud. Never mind, he wouldn't. He would tell me I sucked. And then laugh at me. Ah! There we go, easy. First try. Hey. We'll watch it. It's a Torbjorn play. He's still in the game, so. Heck it, 3 players? That means the queue's gonna be faster because there's only 3 players. I think the ability to join custom games while you're looking for a game is such a good change. So good. Alright, so Baptiste would be good here, I think. Oh, well. McCree, Torbjorn would be good as well. What? Ash? Okay, Haggett, we have 2 turrets, so let's go. Maybe I should have went Zen. Bab Zen and like Torbjorn or something. I feel pretty comfortable playing BAP and like or hacking arcade stuff. As long as it's not competitive, I can play the hero. See you. Don't let them destroy my turret. Don't even let them touch my baby. To be a good Torbjorn, you have to be Torbjorn. You have to care about his turret just as much as he does. And that's how you get the gold gun. Yeah. Easy. Solo that tire, let's go. Look at you, you're not gonna get this clean a Torbjorn name from anyone else, let's be honest. Okay, maybe you will. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I don't know any Torbjorn 1 tricks. Except for me. But I don't really count. There we go. How much extra damage do we do? Because I didn't even notice it. A dragon? It could also just be a lizard with wings. We love Torbjorn. Hey yo, Baptista, give me some heals, eh? Okay, I really want some heals, please. Please and thank you. Please, okay. Please heal me. I need healing. Thank you. Seems pretty easy so far. Oh, Dynamite's kind of OP in this since it does extra damage. I didn't even think of that. My turret! Go, 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 go! Yo, I put the turret exactly where it is for one reason. Easy. Let's go. Ah! Oh! Oh, so clean. I definitely hit that second shot. Oh. No. Okay, it's fine. Yeah. Me Torbjorn. I'm gonna walk back for. Oh. I'll stand still. Oh. No! Okay. Ow. No, not my turret. Clear these guys off so I can hecking run off. Come on. My turret. You're not going down on me today, baby. For an angry lizard obsessed wolf. It's your day with yourself. Oh, shit. What are you gonna do? Oh wait, I'm out of the range. Overwatch 2, just a developer PvP update. That's it. It comes on in like 30 minutes. Oh, I could have damage boosted my Coom. Yeah, okay, I didn't get any heals. Not my fault. It'll still be pretty cool. I guess I'm pretty even on whatever. Like both PvP and PvE. We'll see how much I play of PvP, but it's still good to know more about the game. There's only 3 of y'all? Yeah, there's only 3. At the top left, 3 they were. Doing a challenge mission for some loot boxes. I was just gonna play like Mystery Heroes till it started, but I didn't do these challenges last year, so I have a little while to beat them. We're just gonna watch the Play Overwatch stream. whenever it comes on. I think it'll be on Play Overwatch anyway. No, okay, got it. Get in the coom. Okay, we're good. Heck you. Yes. Easy. I'm not really sure what they're gonna announce for the PvE thing. I'm gonna guess the push game mode, maybe some heroes. Probably not though. Because they said they were like gonna release like multiple heroes, but multiple is not an exact amount. I'm curious on what they have to say. Oh, and the removal of 2 CP. The removal of 2 CP. Hello. Oh, there goes the AC. Heck you, Junkrat. You're dead, son. Could I get the schmorest about the peels, bro? Thank you, thank you. Ah! What the heck? Why did I go flying? Thank you. Hecking die, you Hagward. Heck you. I lost. Wait, how'd I get over there? Alright, it's fine. I don't want them to see my turret. I'm trying to think of what I'm expecting from this update. I gave out a few of them. Maybe they'll introduce the ability to transfer your skins and gold weapons from Xbox and or PlayStation to PC. Or, you know, just like to any platform like the Nintendo Switch. That'd be pretty epic, I think. Even if it deletes all your PC stuff, that's something I want to look forward to. I think that'd be very cool. That would be nice, yeah, it would. PC is the best version. By far. I mean, there's a lot more hackers, but you can't get DDoSed, well, most of the time. Better frame rate if you have a high hertz monitor. Well, I guess the new consoles have that, but they're on controller. Anything else? The removal of Sombra. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe nerf Doomfist Punch, maybe? I need some healing. No! I would play on PC if GPUs didn't cost an arm and a leg, yeah. That's fair. I don't think I was peeking my bad, but it's fine. Okay, me. I got you. Kill the E-girl first. They have the witch skin on. Heck you, I can't aim. Oh, the E-girl. Why do I have my hammer out? I did not have my hammer out. What happened? Ah! Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. He didn't heal me. That's him throwing, not me. Alright, there's another one down. We still got 28 minutes. 3 they were. No, I can endorse people. I forgot. Yeah! Torbjorn. Easy. Trying to think what else I would want for PvP. I don't really like how the DPS are getting a speed buff. I think it was the DPS that got a speed buff. And I also don't think giving tanks the knockback resistance is the funnest idea for me being a Lucio player anyway. Plus, like, Monkey's gonna get away with dives a lot more. And every support getting Mercy passive is pretty boring, not gonna lie. Because they heal themselves anyway most of the time. Actually, this one seems more chaotic. That one seems more chaotic. What else? I think that's about it. Was there a new experimental patch that came out? No, there wasn't. There was there? No. I thought I saw that somewhere. I guess not. Oh, I guess I can look through and see if I want a skin. Never mind, I got a game. All the skins and stuff are available. Maybe a voice line that I want. McCree. Okay, we got a Brig. I just kind of want to play BAP, I'll be honest. BAP has a backstory in this. Oh, why am I looking down? I'm not sad. Shocking surprise. Yeah, I said enemies have a random chance to drop a rip tire. A shock tire, sorry. I have to use the lore version. Yeah. I was gonna go with the one that made Zombix faster, but this is fine too. What are you doing, bro? You want me to go up there? I was going up there anyway. Me, big sniper man with big boot. Yep. See, there's the thing. That was cool. There it is. Heck off. Ah, another one. Okay, we're good. That's pretty funny, actually. No, you're good. Don't worry. I got you. Okay, cool. Don't worry about it. Uh-oh. You just spawned 2 rip tires, McCree! Oh, there's a real rip tire, I think. That was a nice whip shot. Can't aim. Yeah! Heck off! Where's the other one? Okay, we're good. That means we can't let them get close to the door, otherwise the rip tires are just gonna pop out. Rip tires are so dumb. Do the shock tires have a chance of spawning shock tires? That would be very funny. That would be extraordinarily funny. It just keeps popping tires out over and over, like the Russian doll thing. Yeah. So many! Oh, I gotta reload, sorry. I need to turn that off where it auto reloads. Ah, why did it reload? Okay, we're good. Wait, what? He's still alive? So many. You're cool, don't worry about it. You're worried, don't worry about it. You're cool, I have to reload soon. Okay, we're cool. Ah, I spawned a Riptire. There's another one. Ah, there's 2. There's 3. Ah! Okay, we're good. No, he's gonna spawn 1. We can't let him get that close. I need to turn off auto reload. Heck you. There we go. Uh-oh. Ah! There's more than one. There we go. Your daughter's just trying to care for you. You don't have to be so rude, Torbjorn. That APM though? Right click, left click. Morgan Freeman, yes, good song. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm just gonna watch the robots. They got this. Don't get booped. Don't get booped, McCree. Oh, you got booped, lol. I can't see it. Big fat roadhog's in the way. I couldn't see it. Reloading. Kill him. Kill him dead. No, I couldn't punch it. I got booped. Oh, I'm dead. Bruh, what the frick? Why? Well, they're a little toxic. Well, I may not get another one done by the time the thing ends, or the thing starts. They're cool. Imagine heckin' taking Junkenstein so seriously. Yeah. People do be like that though. Maybe they've been playing it for a while, I don't know. I had bronze damage they were throwing. We'll go again. Waste off some time. I'm only doing this for loot boxes anyway. This is not a game to take seriously. This is funny Overwatch Junkenstein. Go boom. Alright, anything I want since they're all available. Maybe I'll get Jazzy, I don't know. I kind of like my current Lucio skin. Even though the gun doesn't look very good. I like the left glove. The left glove looks really good. That's a weird thing to like a skin for, but hey, all you see is the gun and maybe a hand if you're lucky. I never play McCree. I kind of like my skin for Junkrat. The new Junkrat skin's really good though. Let me unlock it. Yes, I got it! That's the one I wanted. Let's go. Now I have my favorite skin for Torbjorn. Look at him in all his glory. Oh, I guess I didn't find the game. Okay. Gold gun. Now we got gold hammer. And gold... Well, not gold turret, but... We got the gold hammer toy thing. I don't know what that thing's called. Hey, we got the same people from last game. They were playing Brig in this, so I don't know why they're so mad. I don't really want a nano blade. I got it. No B. We don't got any heals, but A. I believe. Wait, I'm on Zen, frick. I just realized this. Alright, how much time? 8 minutes? I can do that. And maybe do another one. Brad on Zen is not something you want to see. Even if it's robot game mode. Keep my orb on Genji. If I ever play Zen in comp, assume that I'm probably throwing. Or I'm on an alt account. I can't aim? Okay, I got it. Brad Zen is last case scenario. Yeah. It's discorded.
Why do you have dragons? Because I could not protect my build against the dragon attack.
Wah. Okay, who said? Okay, he did. As long as they're not close to the door, we're cool. Yeah, that's a real tire. They removed the noise for the tire. It's dead. Eh. Ah, no. I heard the other one. It's fine, they're gonna get through sometimes. Wait, always have orb uptime, no matter what. Wait, what? Oh, wait, I didn't throw my orb to him, okay. Oh, okay, that one got glitched. It happens, yeah. If only someone could have discorded that tire earlier. I'm surprised he survived. Huh. Ah, two, 3! Ah, you're good, don't worry about it. I like this Torbjorn. Oh, I meant to Discord, definitely didn't mess that up. Oh, that's wrong. Discord. Ah, he spawned 2! That's not fair! That's not fair, bro. You're cool, don't worry about it. You're cool, don't worry about it. There's another one, I Discord. Okay, I can't aim. Nah, you're fine. Nah. Another one. Okay, we're good. Gotta reload. No, I don't. I like reloading. How many are there gonna be? You're fine, Gengu. Don't worry about it. Where? There it is. No. Ah! Okay, we're good. They're so scary. I pressed E on it. They're good. There was already a half health. It's because Reaper spawned like 3 of them as he died. It's not very fair. I'm just gonna press Q. Uh oh, I didn't put Discords down. It's fine. Okay, we're good. You weren't there. Ah. I have a scratch in my ear. Nice. Oh, I gotta Discord him. He already used heals. Hog no hook. I'm going to die. Nice. Ah! I didn't even hear it. Oh, I think the guy spawned them. Winnable. It's fine. We're fine, Gengu. Nah. Okay, we're good. Wait, what? Okay, we're good. Ow. Ah! Hacking, stop being so hard to hit, bro. There we go. If I use my ability of all this in slow motion, it does weird. Don't let it get close to the door. I was pressing the wrong key the whole time. Ow, 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 ow. I'm trying to body block. Unlucky. They spawn! Like, from the guys, you can't kill it in time. You can, okay, if we could get some good coordination, then I think there's a way to lead them away. You can lead the bosses away from the door. Good luck defending it. Because I'm pretty sure they just chase players. Oh wait, that's not the right one. I have time for one more. Pretty sure you can lead them away, and then kill them, and then destroy them. Yes, I'm still watching. Heck off. Also, the game capture broke, so I can't. I just have to use heckin' display capture instead. Bobby. Ba-da-da-dun-dun. McCree. Tobian is very good. Okay, I have time for one more. And then the show starts, so. I have this skin now. Oh, it feels good to be back, baby. Put the water in the water gun. Or molten core gun. Someone just speak. Yeah! It's so good! Mod check. I have a mod here. Whoa. Nice. I forgot this is not the game mode that I can be playing up front. I mean, I still can, but it's not advised. You're welcome. I just have to do that 20 more times. I've done more. Money. Nah. There's so many. There we go. My turret's carrying. Not my turret. I love that spot for the turret. Money's not a common foe. Hashtag finance. Isn't money a common foe though? Money's kind of like why greed exists. For the most part anyway. Obviously food would still cause greed to happen. The love of money is a foe. Oh, okay. True. That's some good wisdom right there. Throw that on Instagram. Joker quotes, no villain quotes. Yeah, fair enough. Everything is neutral if you think about it. It's just the humans that are the bad part. I see you. Nah, there's so many. If humans no exist, then everything is cool. Oh, well. Nice. Your soldier's 1 HP. It's fine. Oh, I thought I heard another one. Easy. Thank you, turret. There's so many. I have a lot of wisdom. Follow me. 1 second. At millionaire_joker_sigma_business_quotes. I already follow you, man. I've been following you since I first saw your post on Instagram.com/millionaire_joker_sigma_business_quotes. _. Well, this is going fairly well. Wait, had some tires at the door. I didn't even see that. Very good. Oh shoot, it was under. My turret. Leave him alone. He's my baby. Oh, sniped.
It's time to finish this fight, old friend.
Let us hope we have the strength to see it.
Aww. That's why I want to see Overwatch 2. I know this is just a side game mode, so they're not the real characters. But Overwatch 2 PvE story mode, it'll be so good to see the characters. Overwatch really does have some really good lore. It's a shame that they hardly ever use it. Ah! See, you can't defend against that. It'll be cool to see all the old Overwatch characters meet each other. Maybe not so much the new ones, but definitely the old ones. I want to see Torbjorn and Bastion's relationship. Are they about to flame the Ana? Oh, okay. Just giving her a tip. I just want to play Overwatch 2 now. I hope the story is decent. It can't be bad. It physically cannot be bad. If it goes off of anything what we've seen so far, and like the story previews they showed us as well, like the storyboards, then it should be really good. I don't know. I don't really know where the story's gonna go, like how Talon's gonna be involved or how it's even gonna end. But it should be good either way. I just want the I just want the gameplay to be good. Heck the story. You can put the greatest story of all time in a game. If the gameplay ain't good, then no one's gonna play it. At least not for very long. It could be a dumb heck story that no one cares about and be the funnest game ever. I would play that still. As long as the music's decent. Alright, just put my own music in. There you go. Go watch the video game donkey video, Overwatch Don't Be Doo-Doo. It's very good, and it gives a good perspective. And no battle pass! Yes, he's in the coom. Ah! Okay, it's fine. Wait, this is the furthest we ever made it. Come over here. Yeah, lead him over here. Yeah. See, I told you. It's a good idea. A battle pass would suck. Yeah, it would. Don't put... Okay, you can put sprays and whatever the heck you want. Do not put heroes in the battle pass. I will return the game. I know you don't do returns. I will return the game. Put emotes in there. I don't care. Weapon skins even. I will bomb Blizzard HQ. On the left. On the right. Yo, we're gonna win this one. Look at the health on the door. Nah, I'm scared. Kill me. Okay. Kill him. Okay, that's fine. Only one got it. There we go. Okay, that is a good plan. Bring them away from the door. There we go. Okay, I want to lead them back here. Ah! That was so fast! What happened? They just insta-died. How did they die so fast? Was that a nano boost McCree? I think that was a nano boost McCree. Alright, just in time, it's about to start. No, it wasn't. Or at least not in this play of game. Ba, 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 ba. Let's go. 204 turret kills. Give it to Diana. Easy. Alright, let me go see if the live stream is up yet. It is, let's go. Okay, got an ad, cool. Okay, 30 seconds. I can wait that long. I'm so excited! Nerf fashion. Look at that Reaper. It looks just like the classic skin, except some extra detail. Looks pretty cool. He looks even more edgy. Okay, YouTube chat's already gonna suck, I can tell. Let's go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Overwatch 2
Matt.
Developer PvP live stream. I'm your host, Matt Mr. X, and throughout the stream, I'll be joined by some awesome content creators and developers from the Overwatch team as we learn more about Overwatch 2's PvP by watching some of these awesome maps in action played live. It's going to be an extremely exciting day. As Aaron mentioned during the developer update, everything you see today is work in progress, but being able to see some of this stuff, day in,
Matt,
day
not
out,
Jeff.
it's truly awesome. Really exciting.
I wonder why Jeff isn't here. I can't imagine why Jeff wouldn't be here.
Throughout the day, I'll be joined by the members of the Overwatch dev team. It's Associate Art Director Dion Rogers, Lead Hero Designer Jeff Goodman, and
that guy kind of looks like
Keller.
Jane.
How you guys feeling today?
So much for having us.
Yeah, no, it's going to be exciting. Now, we've learned so much about the PvE aspect of Overwatch 2. And we've learned some stuff about, PvP, with push, role passives, new heroes. You saw Sojourn at
We already seen this.
What else?
Pretty sure
has
you've seen
gone
this footage
into the
before.
Development process for Overwatch 2's PvP.
You're right. We've talked a lot about the story side of Overwatch 2 and the cooperative PvE experience.
We talked a little bit, yeah.
That we've been working on. But the Overwatch team has also been hard at work on the PvP side of the game. We're making new features, new heroes, new maps, some of which will be playing
McCree looks more handsome, yeah.
And we've also been looking at the way PvP is played. It's changed over time on the live game.
Yeah, well,
And
duh, you keep putting balance
we'll talk
balance
about
patches
a lot
in.
of the changes that we want to be making and that we're currently making to PvP, but there's one in particular that I want to highlight right now.
Ooh.
Because it's substantial, and I think it has
Is
a
it
big
the removal
impact
2CP?
on the way the entire team approaches PvP on Overwatch 2. And it's also something that we're all really excited about.
No.
Overwatch has always been played with 2 teams of 6 players.
Hold on.
Overwatch 2 will be played with 2 teams of 5 players.
Oh.
Consisting of 2 support, 2 DPS,
and only
and
one tank.
1 tank.
All right.
My next question was gonna be like, okay, like is
So
Gold
3
still a
no,
thing?
2 2 1, never mind.
We still have a breakdown across the board. It's not completely open. So 1 tank, 2 DPS.
So this will be
2
like
supports.
I thought they were adding 3 teams. I thought it was going to be like 5 or heckin'
There
2 teams of
are a
12
lot
or
of
something.
reasons for why we wanted to make this change. As I said earlier,
I mean, it'll help
Overwatch
whenever the
has changed
player base
over
falls
time.
down.
We've
There's only
gone
one
from
tank,
having
though,
no
so I don't
hero
know,
limits
actually.
At all in the game before launch, you could pick 6 Winstons if you wanted to.
Which
for
you should
your
add
team
that back. That was
composition.
very funny.
To having a hero limit, we ended up introducing a roll lock over the course of the game, and we feel like this is the next step in the way that Overwatch ought to be played.
His mic kind of looks like
If
an
you
AirPod.
Think about it.
Make Sigma fly
There
again.
is a lot going on.
Maybe
in
next
Overwatch
year.
map. It is incredibly fast-paced, and we have always tried to make our combat easy to read, very
AirPod
understandable,
shoddy.
and even with
Like
all
a
of the work that we put into that,
Bugatti.
sometimes it's
Looking
just
real
hard to track
sussy.
what
I
11
don't know.
other players are doing on
I
the
still never
battlefield.
listened to that song.
Removing 2 of those simplifies everything, and it allows players to understand everything that's happening around them and to be able to
So
make better
Reinhardt's gonna have.
choices because of it.
Sucks for
This
you.
change
Yeah, for
obviously
sure.
has
I'm missing out
really
on a
big
lot.
impact
Reinhardt's gonna have
on
an 800 HP
and we
shield,
will get
maybe.
into some of the
That's what
changes
we saw
that
before,
we're
anyway.
making to tanks and to some of the other roles in a bit. But tanks
I'm
can
kind of
be problematic.
curious.
They're a DPS hero is
That's
simple.
really
They're
big,
super.
actually.
But a tank has abilities.
Wrecking Ball is gonna be
that
played a lot.
Can be noisy, or when stacked with other tanks.
Oh, hey, they're showing Wrecking
can-
Ball. What do you
can
know?
Cause problems for other teams to try to overcome and counter. Like and a great example of that is 2 main
Wee.
tanks on the field.
Okay,
Sometimes
Zarya has
that
2
can be
bubbles.
very
We've
oppressive
actually seen
to
that
another
before.
team. I think with
We
5
saw that
with
during
5
the
players out
experimental
there,
patch not long
there
ago.
is a greater chance of certain people being able to carry. Whether that's the tank on the team
They're
or
shared
some of
too.
the DPS, there's just one less player on the other team that you need to take care of, and each player now has the opportunity to have
Wee
a
bump.
larger individual impact on their own team. And we've tried a lot of different versions of this. Internally, we've tried.
Oh, they ate the
4v4
grab there too?
format. We've tried 3 DPS, 2
Why does
support,
Roadhog
1
look the
tank
same?
format.
It's still an
Even
early
early
progress
on
build.
in
Not all
Overwatch
the skins are
development,
finished yet.
we tried a 7v7 format of the game. And we always had
Yeah.
some problems with them. And this is the sort of thing that our lead hero designer, Jeff Goodman, has really run with. And I think he probably
Yeah,
has
not
a
Jeff
little more he can say
Kaplan.
about it.
Yeah, you forgot about the 4 DPS, 1 tank, 1 healer we ran one time. That was
Right.
that was literally one play test. It was
That
like
was one
and the-
play test, and we
Yes.
swore we would never do it
it
again.
almost cut out in the middle of that play
never
test.
to be spoken about again. Yeah, Jeff. I assume that obviously changes to the tank role, but I assume there will be kind of like holistic changes overall, right? I think just changing the tanks, you probably need to rework some of the other stuff.
Yeah, I want to know
Oh,
what
yeah, I mean, this is
what they're
gonna
gonna change
so,
about the tanks.
That impacts like the huge part of the game, obviously, and that's the thing about sort of hero design and hero balance is like it's sort of easy in some sense. Honestly, it's easy, but it's certainly easier to make.
Yeah, only
sort of a
one
single
tank is
hero change
really
and,
big. Because like
maybe even,
Winston's
like,
not gonna have a bubble for dive, no
to
DM.
change something so fundamental as
You can't DM Ryan
there's
charge
only one
in
tank
anymore.
allowed, really kind of cascades into a lot of different questions and problems that demand answers. So I mean,
But then
obviously,
again, the
that
iron,
is something
the
I probably immediately
passive
say
that the
this
tanks are
is,
gonna get.
How does Roadhog work in a world where you could pick Reinhardt instead?
Yeah,
How
see,
how is that?
This is something else.
Equivalent pick.
Roadhog
So
is just an
that's
extra
sort of
DPS
our
pretty
first
much.
question when we first were doing it too. Like we liked this 5v5 thing. It was super fun when we playtested it. And it has a lot of promise. But okay, we have to solve a lot
Miss
of problems.
Miri.
If we go this way.
I saw that.
So
I was
that's
like,
sort
I
of
guess he has mirror back there.
why it sort of has led to this larger set of changes, and there's a lot of other changes we'll talk about as well. But it definitely cascades. For example, healing. Just healing, you can kind of focus on one tank now, and the tanks are even beefier than they are in live.
That's
The
bad
individual
though,
tanks
because
is
you don't
just
get as
one of
much
them. So now
ult
we're
charge
thinking,
off
well,
of
is
them.
it too good to just play like 2 main healers and dump healing in your tank, and is it too hard to kill now? And maybe healing is too good now, and it's just it's. But this is the time to do it. This is what we wanted to do with Overwatch 2 is look at core things like this and make sure that where we want them to be. And
So I'm gonna guess Overwatch
Yeah, I was
1
gonna
will be
say,
changed like that too if they're
I'm not a designer,
gonna be
but I
played
think
on like
that,
the same
this is
servers
the
or
first real
whatever.
opportunity you guys have had to reset. Like you couldn't just do this
Right.
on the live game, right? I think that's kind of like what I assume, right? Is that this is like a holistic look at the game overall and like changes that you couldn't do on.
Wait, that's gonna destroy
exactly.
hecking.
And like I said, there's other changes that
pro
go along with this as
players.
well, that are also equally impactful. So it's sort of like we just like shook the ground underneath the game.
Because you're either
going to
run a main tank or an off tank.
In disarray a little bit. So some of the heroes won't even.
Removing an
playable
entire
by our
player off
playtest
of a
this year,
team,
'cause
or
they're
entire
heroes we're already kind of
tank off
looking
of a
at
team.
heavily, or we plan on looking at heavily, so it's kind of not worth showing them in this context.
That's gonna
ones we haven't
completely
tested yet, things like that.
steer up everything.
That just sort of gives you context of like how. big
Every
this
tank
actually is.
player that plays at the pro
I wanna
level
get
is
right
sweating
into
right
it.
now.
I want to see it live. I'm sure the fans want to see it live after getting all this like info. The first map we're going to be showing you guys today is New York City. Dion, what kind of map
Nice.
is this?
New York is
Let's
a
go.
hybrid map, so a brand new hybrid map for Overwatch 2, and there's a fun new payload for players to battle over. The world building team had a great
If it's
time
not a
just
forklift, I don't care.
creating this Overwatch depiction of New York. There's tons of neat details and fun Easter eggs for the players to find. So I think it should be fun to take a look at this.
It looks
And,
alright.
When you guys showed this at BlizzCon Line, I was so excited. Obviously from New York myself.
There's a
love
lot
to
of
see
open
this.
space,
I'm gonna
though.
go over some of the adjustments that you guys have made.
That's why Halo Reach
to
is the
it
best
here
Halo game?
in-
True.
In Overwatch 2. Just a beautiful map. I have to imagine this is one of the locales that you
Yeah,
guys
there's a
find
lot
in
of open
Overwatch.
space here.
We've been wanting to. There's a lot of people on the team.
Oh, there we
from
go. There's
New
a small
York
corridor.
who have spent some part of their life there, so it's always been on the list. And Overwatch 2 felt
Jeff.
like the right time to do it.
And no short of Easter eggs.
Poor
I would
Papa
say.
Jeff.
No.
You know, on some of these maps so far.
Why can't you
and,
eat
uh,
food in
you know,
Overwatch?
get
I
some
feel like that'd
love
be a
at
pretty
the
good
beginning,
change.
But yeah, this will be our first real.
It gives you
look
health.
at
Just stop by one of
5v5.
the
I've had
many
the
restaurants
opportunity
around.
to, like, kind of watch
May he rest
some
in
games,
peace,
like,
he's
as
not
they kind
dead.
of tested it out. Still keeps that Overwatch, fast-paced feel. But
Rock can eat
it
food.
doesn't
He has an
have, like,
inhaler.
kind of the clumped up chaos that you sometimes see of live. I think it kind of
That's not
fits
food,
sort of
that's
what
an
you were
inhaler.
Pointing to, Jeff, is that when you have that one less tank in
Close
the
enough.
equation, you can actually make the tanks more aggressive
Yeah.
and more offensive.
Entirely accurate.
But it's also just kind of easy.
I know, I have asthma. I just eat my inhaler
at home
whenever
to
I feel
try.
like I need it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'll see probably a lot of play here.
That's
One
why
of
I
the
don't
biggest
have
things
one
you'll
right
notice,
now.
because there's less protection coming from
Oh,
tank
can
players
just
to
dropped.
directly block bullets.
Ooh,
from the team.
5v5. Are they gonna show off some
Typically,
gameplay?
you'll find a lot more player on
They're
the
gonna
back
show off a
corners,
game?
back angles.
like
Often
that.
people going for cheeky flanks. and
All
stuff.
right.
Dion loves this.
I can already see a problem. They're
Yeah,
playing
right,
Lucio
a lot more,
Mercy.
it's a bit more tactical.
Team 2's gonna lose.
Yeah,
Exactly.
which is great.
So it kind of, that was one of the first things that came out of our original playtesting, and we were just like, this is a really.
I didn't think
good
they'd show off an
direction.
actual match.
Like I
Let's
mentioned,
go.
There's like, as a designer, you sort of have to look past the immediate.
This map
problems
is
in front of you
really
and, like, okay,
big.
we can fix those. Like, I think we can address, some of the.
If you
like,
can't get
tank
on top of that
imbalances and
train,
healing issues and all kinds
then
of
the game
stuff.
sucks.
At the heart of this, which is really cool, and so that's really. What we
Yo,
wanna focus
Lucio is
on.
gonna be in the hecking sky,
I think
bro.
Something that's really interesting about that too is the gameplay is more fluid than it was before.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times
You're
in
probably not
Overwatch,
allowed
you
on
get
top of the.
these-
Oh, that's a
these
nice
really
spawn.
hard
Oh, it's Mario
battles
from
that get drawn between
the
two
popular
teams.
video game series
And there's
Super
just
Mario
less
Brothers.
damage incoming, and so you're able to kind of move around a little bit more. And
It's not
you'll
that.
see
It's
it
not that
here
much
a lot of
damage.
times,
It's not coming in.
the
There's another
chokes
fire
aren't
strike.
as
That's a
hard
good
as
kill.
the
If only you
space
had like
to-
an honor
to
or
get
BAP or
through.
something.
There's still a choke in the map, and you still have to work at it. But there can be a lot more like pushing.
Wait, they got a
through
kill.
and
Walk.
pulling back
Okay,
off
he has
the choke. It's something
1,200
that
HP now
I'm,
on the
like,
shield.
personally
Still has
really
2 fire
excited about.
strikes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how has the 5v5 move affected map design? I feel like it kind of has to have a huge impact on what you guys are able to do, create different.
Two fire strikes is very fun.
Control the game, right?
The Genji's on the
flanking
right.
Routes, more opportunity for.
Okay, this is
the
not top
dash,
500
the
gameplay, but that's not what we're here
things
for.
a team.
Yeah, there's a lot more opportunity for
Wait,
players to
Winston
do
has
that.
scatter arrow? What the
But at
frick?
the same time, when
Why
you
does
go for a
Winston have
flank,
scatter arrow?
you're not leaving 5 players behind,
Oh,
you're
it's like a
leaving 4
charge
players
shot.
behind.
That's so cool.
You kind of have to be weighing some of these decisions in your head.
Winston
It
is a
isn't
charge
just
shot
as
now.
strategic as it was
Does it
before.
shoot? Is it like a
If
range
not
attack?
more so because of the
That's really cool.
individual ability for players to have such a large impact on the match. I think for map design, we've always
He shoots
been,
electricity. Yeah, that's really cool.
Careful to make spaces that feel good just for one.
Because
hero.
once people escape the
And
target range
sometimes
of
we
Winston,
might
it's like, what do you
favor
do?
Particular heroes in different areas, but because of that, because we're able to make a space that kind of feels good for Reaper or a space that feels good for Pharah, I think that
All right.
we'll still be able to
They
play
got the point.
5v5 on all of the original catalog of Overwatch maps as well.
I feel like
That
this
is
team
a
composition
awesome
would
payload
work
here,
better
by the way.
if like the DPS was
we've
swapped
always-
around
in the artwork of the maps, we've always placed what we consider cover objects.
for the red team.
It just feels now with the 5v5 play.
Nano Blade would be up. You have Transcendence for like Barrage or something.
We planned cover.
Wow, that was a
objects
nice
to help
kill.
Protect players. Now with 5v5, they're even more
Okay,
effective.
nice.
These-
Health pack
these
location.
artistic choices.
It's such a great
Oh,
point
well,
too,
he's
because
feeding.
we have started placing a little bit more cover in
Oh,
our
the
maps.
honest one. You
We
got
saw
him,
that in
Genji.
Some of the old maps, like if you look at King's
Oh, that was
Row,
that was a
that
neat
middle
little thing.
section, that street
The
section
honor
of
nade.
King's Row,
It looks
there's
cool.
one piece of cover in that entire section.
Yes.
It's just corners.
Yeah,
of
this is
buildings.
looking really good so far.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. I think you can kind of see it here, even with stuff like that. I know
There's gonna be a
taxis
lot
on the
less going
streets,
on
you
with
have the
one
little kind of
entire
windows,
tank
the
missing.
pillar to hide behind in the
It'll be
middle.
easier for me to
There's
track
a
stuff,
route through
but
the subway, there's so many different kind of angles you can take. Something we saw at
Genji's
BlizzCon
going in.
Online was the 2 fire strike charge cancel Reinhardt. I noticed something before
You got
Jeff,
this?
when we were on with Winston. My Winston
gonna
on
mention
live.
That's
not
so
able
cool,
to
the
shoot
Winston
at
thing.
Range. Can you
Right.
explain that?
Oh,
to us a little
okay.
bit?
So,
that's a
one
little
thing picked up on
that's
that.
a
So when we
little
first watched
hard to
Winston
see
there,
through the
this
Zen
is an
chance,
example
but
of, some
maybe
of the
it'll
tank
change.
changes we're talking about in regards to 5v5. But
Oh,
also
she's
the
playing ground
larger
fire. Let's go.
change, we're talking about making tanks a lot more aggressive, be able to be a little more hybridy on the damage side. and
Okay,
less
you still can't
wall
use bubbles,
protection.
Winston. I was looking for
So
that.
on Winston's side, he's ulting right now. Unfortunately, you can't see it, but you can't do it.
Oh, they're gonna talk about it.
But his alternate fire there, which he's doing right now, there
Yeah.
it is. You can charge up like a condensed blast of lightning from his gun and fire it off as a single sort of like blast attack at longer range.
Mm-hmm.
And so he actually
Reaper count is far in Overwatch 2. Let's go! They removed the ability to fly for Pharah.
Combos you can do where you're jumping on top of somebody, charging up in the air.
You could have killed that Reinhardt.
You know,
You
really
could have
select
killed
the
that
one
Reinhardt.
and
I'm very
get the stomp
disappointed.
damage too, and you can shock him or do a quick melee combo.
Deadly Kitten,
It's a lot more
Quirky
simple. On
Turtle.
top of the
These
fact
names
that,
are great.
You know, with some players know a lot of times
Shadow Storm.
you shock somebody, they're getting away, you think you can finish them, and they just fair boost away, or somebody just barely gets away, you get that extra, alternate fire shot to try to take him out on the way. And
Hey, I already said
something
this.
against him now because you now are cognizant of that. So sometimes you're leaving a little earlier, like, well, I'm gonna get blasted probably if I just run away. So.
Oh, your fire's died. That's fine. You have to.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
they're
that's
not
one
gonna
of
let
the
you res.
decisions all Winston players
Go now,
face.
go
It's
now.
like, okay, I've jumped on this player. I've gotten them weak.
Yeah.
I can either now get out of my bubble and
Oof.
try to finish them off, or just kind of hope a teammate does. But now giving him, I think it kind
Oh,
of
wait,
goes back to
Farah's
more
classic
that
skin is
player,
done.
agency
Or a
that you're
remastered
talking
skin.
about, being able to kind of take
The
over
nade
game,
effect looks really cool.
being able to finish it off.
I'm gonna play on low
This,
settings though, so I don't know how good it's
boosted
gonna look.
This will never get old.
Whee.
Just seeing Reinhardt nano boosted, just swinging.
Ah,
I'm sure
you're
there's fans
dead.
out there happy that I know that was a Dragon Blade Ulting Genji. He
That
was
might
able
have-
to take out his.
I think Reinhardt's swing's damage might be a little bit lowered.
But this
Yeah.
looks like I guess the second checkpoint.
He looked like
right?
he was a
So
little bit over 20
This
health.
will unlock the interior.
He would have had about
Grand
like
Central
20,
Station.
maybe 30 health. The Zenyatta.
This is awesome. So it goes.
Maybe got
the
healed,
payload
though.
kind of goes inside of the station and.
Oh, it's a
kinda
little
curves
fire
around,
trap.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There's even a robot
The
inside.
payload is driven by an Omnic.
Interesting,
who is,
yeah.
uh,
Maybe I
he's
saw it
director
wong. That's
of
just like one
production
thing.
Production director.
Kind of cool that Mercy sees like
Our executive
the
producer.
kind of health that your target
It's even
has.
the name.
Well, I think that's in the game before, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. But it's a bit
gonna be
easier to
fan
see
favorite.
now-
Oh, he's
now that it's in
speaking
the middle of the
on
screen.
I realized. I thought it was like an unofficial name, like yeah, it's Choco.
No,
but
he
nope,
rep-
he's
That
yeah,
beam is
the
really
suit.
big though.
Our executive producer, so he's helped us out a lot, and it was only fitting.
Oh, that high ground's kind of cool.
That we
He's lived in New
honored
York.
Bob is gone.
He helped out a lot on this map.
So
And we have countless debates.
You could just
about
like
whether
throw
to
Bob
keep
on the high ground here. Look at all the high ground you have. That'll be very annoying to deal with.
New York style pizza is the dominant pizza.
Oh,
I
big
believe
slam.
it's the
Nice
water,
block.
But that is probably for a different.
Okay,
stream.
it's fine. You
Yeah,
traded.
I know
wanna get into this.
my thoughts on the water in New York creating the better.
Shoot a
pizza.
mash.
Oh,
you tried it?
At least I noticed.
So yeah, not top
You
500
lose
gameplay,
health,
but that's
especially
fine.
on, like, Ashe.
He's Discord to get a headshot.
That is something that it was discussed at BlizzCon Line, but I think it's different to kind of see it in
Nice.
action and also to
Little far
see
forward there.
all
Oh,
of the
big
players at
dynamite,
the same
though.
time with those audio changes. It just makes the game feel.
They have a
even
Junkrat at the top
more
left. That's a really good trap placement.
Yeah, the sounds can get
Reaper's
really
feeding.
punchy, and it just feels good to hold the trigger down with these different heroes.
I don't really
But
know
you
if
also get
people
more
care about how it
information from it.
feels.
So we've spent a lot
If it's
of
gonna
time not
shake the
just,
screen, that's gonna make it harder to aim and
developing
whatnot.
what these sounds are, but how they play in different environments. So we've kind of upgraded the entire sound system across the game.
Wee.
So let's say when that Ashe is in a side room fighting.
Yeah, I don't like
from
the
that
screen
room,
shake. I don't like
really
that.
Kind of understand where they're at and what type of environment.
If I could turn that
they're
off,
in
that'd be cool.
Better than you did before, and then you can kind of take that information and make different
Nice
decisions,
track.
or additional decisions because of it.
Oh, I
Alright,
think
so
they
we
got
a
that in
map
overtime.
complete from the offense here. Not bad.
In
As
overtime.
their
In
first go.
overtime. Oh,
The
TR. Gotta throw
players
that
are
in there.
So competitive. I have to say this to the stream. That we were like, yeah, this is fun. Like everybody having. a
They
good
may be
time,
competitive, but that
everyone's
doesn't
like,
mean
"Here,
that
I saw
they're
in the chat where
top
we, like,
500
balance
level.
teams, like who's playing what? It's just I feel like it's just the nature of Overwatch, right? Like it always starts off, yeah, let's play for fun, and then you know you lose a game. You're like,
True.
all right,
Yeah, I could be the
yeah,
most
all right,
competitive
everybody
person in the
pick it
world.
up.
I'm still
It's
barely
like, change
masters.
things.
It's like that meme when you're playing, relaxing your chair, and then you lose, and you lean forward, get a little more, get the
Yeah,
game winning posture.
It's those nights of ranked where you lose like 2 and you're like you win 1 and then you're like, all right, play to lose, and then you lose a few more, and then the next thing you know, you wake up, you're like, well, why'd I do that? Like 500 SR down the drain. That's
Yeah.
I don't do that. I
so this
stop
will be an
after I
opportunity to
lose a
see,
few.
Like Roadhog has a solo tank,
But I never
coming
lose,
in
so.
for the offensive side here. I feel like he's just gonna be even on live, right? He just takes up so much space.
True,
Jeff,
exactly.
Like, and he takes up space not with a shield, but like just his body.
Brian
because
having
at the
2
same
fire
time,
strikes
he
is
has
so
Zarya
funny.
swap. But talk to me a little bit about like the thoughts on how like the Roadhogs of the world.
If you know what you're doing, you can
Zarya.
insta-kill a
I know there's some
squishy.
interesting stuff
Could
with
you
Zarya.
imagine BAP ult? That's gonna
Like
be
I said
so
before, like,
annoying.
this is the work in progress.
That's
This
8.
is,
Wait, no, not
uh,
800
sort of
damage.
adjusting here,
Wait, is
but,
that 800 damage? That is 800
because
damage.
Once we started going to one tank, it was sort of the big question was like, kind of how.
That can cleave through everyone on the team.
Going,
That's so much damage.
You know, a lot more static defensively and have, you know, big barriers or something.
Oh, that was a
like
nice kill off the bat.
We want more the opposite.
Oh,
We want
okay,
people
this is-
Reinhardt
they just
so
have
this
one
is the signals
Zarya.
and actually give them some more.
So she
aggressive
can
gear
double
to
bubble a
get,
teamate, or she can double bubble
teammate.
herself, or just
So we
act like it's
definitely
normal.
took that latter route.
We've actually already seen this change happen.
Not only is
I guess
it
they were
more
testing in
fun to
Overwatch
just
1
have
just to
that kind of
see.
extra speed and aggression, but you know, a lot of what people had a lot of comments on in the past when the metas get too full of barriers and shields.
Oh,
and
you got
honestly,
this, you
like,
got this.
sometimes
Oh,
it's
so close.
you know, the one Orisa blocking you with just the
Right,
chain
it's charging.
shields, and it's just like, you know, people.
I
have
would,
to
I
say,
would,
"Ah,
I would have
shield,
heckin'
shield,
bubbled
shield
and
all the
took
time."
charge.
Which so like we were definitely hearing all that, and you could see some of the balance changes we made in the past live game and been trying to address this. But once we got into this situation, we're like, oh, this is sort of an opportunity actually here.
Oh, they have a
to
BAP
reduce
now?
A lot of these effects, and you know, we still want them to be there and present and be important, and you can still block huge abilities.
Ah.
They still have a decent amount of health, but you know, less than they had before.
Oh, unlucky, your shield was
But then
dead
in
anyway.
response to that, we get
You
to
tried it, you
this
tried
fighter
it.
here.
Nice
You
attempt.
get- well, he hit the wall right there. He didn't cancel it, but you can cancel.
Yeah,
the charge,
you might want to
and
get
you
off
can
of
get
Reinhardt. They
two
have
fire strikes.
2
Um,
DPS in this
So
guy.
the canceling charge is one of those like sneaky things that seems like to some people might be kind of a minor change, but it almost like completely changes.
The game
gameplay
feels
in a lot
so
of ways.
much
It's actually
slower.
really fun because
I'm
you
not
can,
calling it a bad thing, but
has a
it
really
it
fast
looks so
recovery
much
cancel.
slower.
So you can like charge up to a group and then
Maybe it's
cancel
the
and
map
ult,
because
which
of
is
all the
like
high
not
ground and
quick
low ground
tap.
and whatnot.
So the fact that you can even do that is its own now like sort of mini game that people play where you can kind of bluff with it. If people know you have your ult, if you
Oh,
have your
okay.
ult, you can just charge right at
Don't
them.
know how-
and they
I don't
try
know
not
how
to get
Curly
stunned.
killed
Like, they
himself,
don't wanna
but-
fight you necessarily like normally because they don't want to get earth
Oh, the echo copy.
Like bluff people and are running for
He
cover
already
and
got
they
shatter
really
faster
save
than
them
that
or something,
Reinhardt.
so-
Let's go.
And it also just allows him to, you know, get in there and be more aggressive without
Boop.
sacrificing his
Well,
health for him,
almost.
so
Yeah, it just
necessarily.
sounds like another change. Almost
Good
like
luck,
you
Reinhardt.
mentioned, like, stuff like that Winston
Okay, this
combo,
looks like it's an
you know,
older
as you're
patch. Ryan still has
playing and
550
testing
health.
and seeing all these different things. Like, yeah, where the Winston combo. You
I know
can
they're probably
load
on
up
different
that
patches, but
secondary fire, come to, like get the jump damage.
there are
and
some
then somebody
similarities.
Take them out. Like that, you kind of have like this like little meta game with like Reinhardt play, right? Where you know now you kind of have like.
I know
this
last
little
time they
like,
showed it off, it was on
cancel
the exact same
charge, and
patch
being able to,
of
I
Overwatch
remember
1.
there was one clip I think from BlizzCon Line and just like a trailer where
This
it
might be from the
charges
experimental.
towards the team,
Maybe.
cancels and then shatters them all.
Yeah.
Being able to make plays like that just seems so sick.
He's also got the ability.
Oh,
to,
Widowmaker? Is her skin done
to
yet?
Control his charge more.
Well, the
So you
icon
can
looks the
actually
same,
turn
but the skin
around
looks
corners
different.
More.
Oh yeah.
So the charge, while you can cancel, it's also more aggressive and it's more versatile.
Yeah, why isn't her icon
I think
changed?
something else that's really
Reinhardt's
interesting,
changed.
If you look at if people have
I guess they
noticed
still
what's
haven't added that
happening
in.
with Zarya, is she has 2 charges to her bubble now.
But they share charges.
Yeah, we've seen that one.
It's actually what we.
You got him, Reinhardt. You got this.
So as people probably noted, like.
Oh, you shatter there.
Some
I
of those
didn't
changes
notice.
were,
Oh, okay.
A lot of them were just silly, kind of fun, like permanently.
Gotta look out for those.
But you know, there were some changes we threw in there. I was like, let's see how people react to this. I'm curious what people think. Like,
It feels so much slower.
Zarya
It's not a bad thing,
is one of
like
those
I said,
things,
but
so-
it does feel so much slower.
You know,
It's something
I
we
was,
just recently kind of put in.
Reinhardt main, right?
Oh yeah.
Ryan counters far, he does. Double fire strike.
Once
Just
I really
saying.
dug in and settled with these changes, I realized
You gotta
just
kill
how
him.
I always wanted to play Reinhardt this way, basically. You know, the
You
charge
can't bubble
in
Ryan
and-
anymore. Ryan Zarya is
Tim, I
completely
actually wrote about that the
destroyed.
other day, where I'm like, yeah, like the canceling the charge just feels so right that.
Yeah.
But you're so like trained to kind of how
Oh,
it is,
nice.
like, where you're just charging
Almost.
the walls,
Right.
that I was like, wait, I don't have to do this anymore.
No.
Like I can just go.
Oh,
Like,
Lucio's feeding.
it's such
Nice.
a great quality of life change.
Yeah, something
They got a
else I think
Torblit.
is really
Oh,
interesting
Torbjorn's new skin. I can't see it.
Going on for a while. Neither tank has.
I
fallen.
tried to move the
And
camera.
the support had been doing such a good job at
The gun looks alright.
because there's only one of
Oof,
them
now you're dead.
that they have to actually focus on. And the
I'm trying to
fights
see the
feel
dead body. I can't
really,
see it.
really
I was getting
good
destroyed
to
by the
a
Zarya.
tank player now. Like the amount of time
Okay, you Lucio fed again.
Situation where it feels hopeless. You're low on health.
I don't think Hanzo got a
there's
new skin
bunch
yet.
Of the enemy players focusing
Oh,
on
there's
you,
the Widow
and you're
skin. I think we've
able
seen the
to
Widow skin. I don't
still
remember.
Come out of it.
Oh,
It
that was a nice
feels
shot.
So incredibly good, and you feel really powerful.
Yeah, it's I think that has to be something that you guys have kind of gotten in feedback, that from a support's point of view,
Yeah,
you're
this
able
feels
to
very
dump
off.
resources into just one tank, and that also probably frees you up to do a little.
You
bit
don't
of
even
other
really
stuff,
need
right?
2
Where
supports if you only have
Matisse
one
can do a
tank.
little bit more damage. You know, Zen, you can kind of orb. The
Like, what's a
tank and then
Lucio gonna
focus
do
on the
here? He
damage
doesn't speed
that,
the tanks anymore.
Probably has to be way easier in supports now.
For sure. Yeah, we got a lot of feedback.
I guess
from
he can
players
speed the
that
Reinhardt.
It's a lot easier to focus.
But wouldn't it
And
just
a
be
lot of
better to
times
sit
you
back
almost
with
have this,
DPS with a Zen
uh,
Mercy or something?
Communication between the 2 support players, and you know, you have like Mercy's like, I'm just gonna be, you know, on tank duty and just be on tank basically the whole time.
No,
And
you're you're never on the tank as a Mercy. That is a bad call.
Speed ever be up. But there's other strats. Like sometimes we've seen people go 2 big heal, you know, main healers essentially, and try to just focus so hard on their tank that even with like Discord Orb on them, it's just hard to kill them. So that's going to be an interesting strat too. So I don't even sure like what the
Damage,
meta
I
is
feel,
entirely
is
yet,
much
especially
better
with
than
changes in
healing.
time, I guess it's pretty hard for them to
If you
settle,
kill
but
them
yeah,
faster
it's
than
just a
they
lot
can
of,
damage you,
This
then you
Zen
don't even need
UI
healing.
is, new.
Oh yeah.
Actually looks really cool. This is something obviously that's incredibly new. I think on live. Like
I
the
missed
kind
what
of
he
display
said,
on the
but
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
there's
generally looking through this.
Oh,
on.
go ahead. Sorry, Jeff.
I was saying we're generally looking at anywhere we can improve.
oh, that was cool reload
hero
animation.
Specific UI stuff like this.
They had a
I feel
little
like
orb
this
in the
could
middle.
use, you know, a big update and it'd be a lot more readable.
Yeah. I
Okay,
think one of the
Lucio
things I'm
finally
most
got his
excited
first
about
beat.
with the
Let's go.
Healer UI is it's not just on Zen, but it's on Mercy also. You see the portrait of the player that you're healing. And so
Yeah, I
it's just
see
a
that
lot
on
easier
Zen.
to kind of figure out who you've got instead of just.
It'll be a little bit harder to tell how much HP a target has.
Yeah, and it's not off to the
Oh.
side, right? It's like
Oh,
single
Lucio's
screen,
beat
so
is
you
now
can also
green.
kind
That
of
makes
focus
it
down the
simpler.
middle.
Yeah, and you can see his Discord.
I
is
got the
down there
monkey.
as well, so you have like Harmony
Lucio
and Discord
feeding.
orbs are kind of
Turn around!
shown on each side of the
Nice.
ult at the bottom of the screen.
We have an overtime here.
I like
can
the old
imagine
I like the
comms
old
are,
music for overtime.
Everybody's starting to.
I
get
play
pretty
with music
sweaty
off anyway, but
we get
the
to
violin or
end of
whatever
the
it is
map.
playing is so good in the Overwatch 1 overtime.
This has really been. I gotta say for you guys probably. This is probably.
Oh, your Water's looking for a
something I think
shot?
I'm actually being. It's one thing I think to
Bleh.
play, but now to like observe. and
It
be
doesn't
like,
look like
watch,
the
and
alt fire
obviously
does a
the
lot of
people you guys
damage.
Work with every day. This has to be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Unlucky
Yeah, it
team
definitely
1.
is. We've been playing it in this
I know, team
state
2, I
for
mean.
a long time too, and it's
I know
always,
team 1. I'm my
it's
brain's
always
dead right
so
now.
Tough to play a game a certain way.
It
at
felt so
work
much
and then
slower.
Go home and it operates in a totally different way, and you're
Yeah.
playing with people online.
I think that's prone to
and you
change.
can't help but think like, if only you knew.
Wait, what? What's
Right.
gonna change now? I forgot.
Playing, every
Right.
day. And so it feels really good to have that out in front of our community, so they can kind of see what we've been doing.
There's actually a ton of like small changes in here too. Like I'm curious if people picked up on after one game. Like one example
What
of
is
small
that?
change that actually we may end up removing, but it's in this build right now.
Let's see it.
Is because we've had it for a while now, but we just had these discussions. Maybe we want to pull it again. Is we've actually slowed the movement acceleration rate of everybody in the game just very slightly.
I don't even know what that
And the
means.
reason for that was to try to create a little more sort of prediction element to shooting an enemy, as opposed to like you can kind of AD spam a lot of times, or just
That sounds like a
turn directions
Lucio
so
nerf,
fast
though.
that
I don't like
it's really
that.
hard to lead a shot, or sometimes it felt like you're guessing a little bit on which direction they're going to go. So we tried to like just notch it down just a little bit, so you can't really feel it as much in first person, but it's kind of one of the subtle things. But after sitting with her for a while, even just like I think it was like last week.
I think like
we started
movement
bringing up
acceleration
like,
is
you know what,
where
keep
if you're
this
staying
actually, this has
still,
been around for a while. Is
or
everyone
if you
still
go to
happy with
change
this?
directions, you'll be
that's an
slow.
example of, like,
Very
the core-
controversial.
It'll take longer to
like,
speed
among
up.
the design team.
It
Like,
is,
I think.
yeah.
I don't
there's
know.
A lot of back and forth on this one. So, but I think whether or not we keep
As long as it
change
doesn't
like
affect
that in the
Lucio,
game,
I
think
guess
what
it's
it
fine.
Speaks to is the amount of systems.
It sounds
and
like
how
they're trying to
deep
slow the
we're
game
looking at,
down.
like the
Right.
entire
Their removal over
experience of
tank.
PvP in the game.
Yeah, seems like no
Slower,
no stone
movement
on PvP is
acceleration.
being left like untouched, right? Where you're able to kind of look under kind of every rock.
Slow comps
see
are
what you
kind of
guys wanna
boring,
do.
though.
I want to bring somebody in from the community real quick. I can welcome
Emo?
in Stylosa.
Oh, no,
Dude,
Stylosa.
What'd you think? First looks, what'd you think, man?
I'll be honest, I was a little bit skeptical when I first heard about 5v5.
Yeah.
Ripped to the off tanks kind of thing. But I don't know. Based off watching that first map there on New York, I don't know. It looks quite spicy. This does. Could be quite good.
Yeah, no.
I think it'll be alright.
I'm really excited. Like as somebody who,
If the game's slowing
went
down,
to the DPS
it'll
queue,
be easier for a
you know,
player like me
as
to like
long as I
track the
got
entire
away,
game.
You know, but now, like seeing the tanks and seeing how aggressive you can play and push the pace, I'm excited to be able to kind of now dive into the tank role, and also when I'm support.
You're never gonna get a game.
Then start pumping out some damage, you know.
Yeah, I mean, well, super buff tanks, you're just going to go in, right? This is, it's always been
That's
the
how
dumb
I'm
thing
going.
when you're playing Reinhardt, right? You don't want to.
I still
most
think-
of the time, but now it's like, yeah, just go.
I still think the
Yeah,
Hope for the
now.
like you're gonna have a
now
Winston
I'm
or a
going full
Reinhardt.
throttle. I'm charging back in. We can bring
The Mercy's gonna pocket the DPS. The Ana's gonna pocket the Reinhardt or Winston. And you're just gonna play like a far range comp. The Winston goes in. You have a range DPS.
How has the game mode changed since we last saw it?
I don't think people are gonna want to pocket the
We
tank
haven't
much.
made a lot of changes to the mode itself, at least as far as like the big rules go for it. But we've continued developing for it, so we have more than
I think that's
one
Canada.
push map in development, and I think we have more than one that we'll even be looking at.
Hey,
today.
that showed 2 tanks.
So we're really
lying to
committed
me.
to the mode, and we have a lot of fun playing this.
I want to
thing.
see some push gameplay.
I think the interesting thing about push to me is it from the outside it sort of looks like it's a riff on payload.
It
but
definitely
there's
is.
something about having this robot move back and forth in the map that makes this very special. I almost think of push more as a moving control point or a match of control
Mhm.
more than a match of payload. And you'll kind of see it. The mode.
Yeah, it's
can
like a
be
combination
really
of
clunky.
payload and
So
control
there's a
point.
lot of other heroes in here that I think can get play in push, and a lot of that has to do with just the bi-directional nature of that.
I think
robot
it'll be
in the
good.
map, and also because of how quickly it moves.
Yeah, no,
I don't
if
really
you've
know
never
how
seen
long the
Push
games are gonna
before,
go, though.
There's a robot in the middle. Both teams will come out and kind of fight for it, and then once you get control, you can start pushing your barricade towards the opponent's spawn. It's the name Push, guys. Stylosa, you played it.
Yeah, no,
at BlizzCon. How'd you find it then?
I mean, it seems like such a long time ago.
Yeah, it's
when
been
I
a
played
while.
this at BlizzCon. Yeah, it was pretty hectic. I mean, I will say though, the teams were horrendously unbalanced at BlizzCon, and I mean, I think I had like Seagull, XQC, Fran, and me we're playing against random people. It was a massacre. I'll be honest, I was just AFK. It didn't really matter. But yeah, it was. I can't wait to see it. I just, hey, any Overwatch 2 news, give it me. I'll consume that stuff. Just give it me.
How do you guys think it feels now in 5v5? Because the last time we saw Push at BlizzCon, the
was it in
PvP
5v5?
was 6-on-6. Does
Yeah,
it play any
okay.
different, you guys feel, especially on Toronto?
A little bit. So Push has always been maybe our most hectic mode, or our most dynamic game mode.
And I feel like it'd be more dynamic.
And part of the reason for that is the way these maps are designed is we have a very sort of like wavy path that the robot travels on. So the objective is kind of always moving back and forth.
Yeah, I
we
saw
have a lot
that
of
in the
very
gameplay.
direct
There's like a
routes
bunch of
across
high
the map
grounds,
that
low
the players
grounds,
can take. And because
long
of that,
stretches.
it allows players to take a lot of shortcuts, circle around the enemy team, and it creates a lot of these flanking opportunities. With 5 players, there's just one less person. You kind of have to
That's an entire sixth of the game gone.
Your mind's focus and kind of like worrying about where they're going to show up at any time. And so it's settled down a little bit. I still think it has.
Most of the time, tanks are going to be
dynamic
together,
nature
though.
that we've always
The other
loved
tank is
about
going to be
Push.
so
It's just
lonely.
a little bit easier to kind of understand.
Fast.
I don't know
pace,
how
I
this
think that's,
tank
that's
change
kind
is
of
going
the
to
way I
change
would put it.
anything. I'm going to
Like,
go grab
you
a
have,
chocolate real quick.
A lot of the buildings you can go through, different types of routes you can take. I'm excited. Let's jump into map number 2. This will be
I'm very excited to see
Toronto.
how the
This
tank
will be
change will
Push. This
do
is the map that
things.
we actually saw back at BlizzCon. We all had a chance to play. It was awesome. Then I'm excited to see some of the flanking
Gonna see this map
characters.
again.
You
Let's
can
go.
get like an overhead view of the map now and see your tracers, your Genjis on this type of map.
Reaper is the one to watch
Genji.
for, I think.
Has Reaper been tearing it up?
Yeah, it's really,
So
really good.
is this map the same as it was back at BlizzCon? Or has there been any alterations to it?
It's
I feel like there'd be some
virtually
small
the same.
changes.
Yeah.
When we had the map at BlizzCon, it was definitely a work in progress, and it's still a work in progress now. But
Obviously.
we've had the opportunity to add additional polish and art resources into the map since then.
All the maps just look so good. I know I see Stylos' face when we do the fly through, and he's just like smiling, and he's just like so giddy, like it's so fun. Where I feel like
I don't really
Push
care how
is
the
gonna
map
add
looks.
A different type of element.
I care how the map
to the
plays.
game that like escort in hybrid, like you mentioned, or like the payload oriented maps, and I think Push kind of plays like that a little bit. But there's so much more movement, I feel like, than both of those, and just you take so many different fights all over the map. And I also love the fact that you just can't really tie on this map. I think, one of the things like about Assault is that you can, you have like these like long like battles, and then it's a draw, and you're just like, I wanted to. I mean, maybe even be okay taking a loss there, But like this, you definitely get a winner.
Yeah, definitely. And I really like game modes where the actual objective and the mechanics help pace out
That's a funny pun
speed
there.
of gameplay.
Lost your
And
step.
It was really, really hard for us to do that with 2CP.
Valvo?
You can
Have we heard of
incredibly
Valvo
long
before? I
matches
haven't.
in 2CP, and sometimes like a really quick.
They're the big
blowouts.
enemy of the game.
And it just came down to what
Oh,
the two
Diva
teams were
gameplay.
doing, and the game mode itself wasn't really doing anything to enforce that the way it might in Control or in Payload.
Looks like Team
and
1's got
so
some
with
weird dive
Push,
going on.
We have more of that.
I'd
where
much
the
rather see
game
an
mode is
Ana than a
actually-
BAP in this
is actually
situation.
helping to control the length of the match and the pace of the match.
Yeah, as you see on the clock, it's a
Very well.
8-minute clock right now. So yeah, it is.
Wow,
it
this
is
looks
pretty
weird.
Fast. I think it's definitely intended with.
Oh, look at that small corridor.
It's a poor Lumpy.
They're all running out.
It's taken out right off the rim. Lumpy was going on.
Diva's
one
on
of
the
those
high
runs,
ground.
didn't turn out,
Why would you run
didn't
away? You
turn
got.
out so
Oh, they
well.
got that point. Never mind.
So does the bot unlock right away?
Oh, unlucky.
It takes about 30 seconds for it to unlock, and the reason we do that is we don't
So
want
if I can
a
go on.
team to think that there's a certain amount of pressure, or to have all this pressure to get to it as quickly as possible. We want you to be able to be strategic with the way that you.
All right, looks like red team
approach
got it
the bot
first.
in the middle of the map, and it's very similar to the way that Control works.
We can see
Genji's gonna kill the robot.
He's got a name, right?
Yeah, his name's TWO.
TWO. Oh, it's push now? Yeah.
That's good.
We're seeing some
we-
more
we
push
see,
gameplay.
some Genji
I'd
play
rather
in
see a
action,
different
and
map
yeah,
since
you
we've
see
already
that
seen
all
this
the
one
abilities
at
kinda come from
one of the
players,
BlizzCons like
up
2 years
above,
ago.
to the side, I think
2 years ago.
you can definitely see that like
That was a very
fast-paced,
slow deploy animation
it
for
looks,
Immortality Field.
way more like you can as a DPS player just kind of go off to the side, make a play, try and make it.
Oh no,
you
the
see
speed's
here they're
gone.
going right for the supports.
Yep. Yeah, and the map.
Oh, you gotta help your
there's
honor.
still a main path
Nice.
to
Oh,
push.
Yeah.
that was that
That
nade looked kind of cool.
In all of our map
The
types.
D.Vas get out of mech.
But
It's
there are a
winnable.
lot of ways to get around
Boom.
that and to get through it, and that's what creates a lot of these
Oh,
opportunities.
did she just try to remech on them? I don't think that change was implemented yet, but that'd be funny.
Yeah.
Help your Baptiste.
I
mean, I'm watching.
Oh,
yeah,
try to
yeah,
aim through the
you know,
tree. It's fine, it
I'm
happens.
fixated on the gameplay. I think. Yeah,
Help
I mean,
the
this looks-
BAP!
This looks
Nice.
really deathmatchy. This does. Like, we're just, they're just going in, they're having a good old brawl, and then obviously the.
Okay, shooting your own diva.
the
Competitive
points
players.
moving through the map. It's changing up every single time.
Nice.
and it's-
Hide behind to TW.
To be
Oh,
honest, it looks fairly similar to what I played back at BlizzCon all those years
you can
ago.
probably hide behind the robot
Just with
actually.
Yeah,
one
I
less tank. It still
Yeah,
looks
it's
hectic.
just
Yeah.
yeah, but it's just more space in the operate.
Yeah.
This is going to be a game mode, I believe.
I'm somebody who I play a ton of DPS, like, and I'm
Look at the
excited
robot.
that maybe not
Look how he
everybody
has to
knows
walk
how to
all
run,
the way
but I'll
back.
be able to kind of like play Tracer and go off to the side.
He doesn't know where to go. He's so
I noticed,
confused.
too, the green health over Lucio here.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
Wait.
On the UI now?
I actually completely forgot about that. So many changes.
Wait, what changed?
I was like, sound barrier doesn't give green health when I do it.
Oh, okay, I already noticed that.
So that's something we're changing up. Like everything's work in progress. It's possible to change, although we're pretty happy with it right now.
What do my Doom base
This
gonna
is
look
a
like then?
change to,
That'd be cool if it was
over
red.
health. This is like a larger system.
Unlucky
which is,
translocate.
You know, in Overwatch 1, you can have over armor and over shields, depending on who's giving it to you. Much like you can have normal health and shields.
Bonk.
And armor.
What?
So,
How are you not in your
once
lamp
start
there?
Getting into trying to create clarity and make sure the game's very readable.
That'd be cool. Actually, yeah, I think it'd look really cool.
Like you mentioned with Zenyatta's UI and everything. That came up too. Is like it's possible to get.
It's gonna be
especially
so
when
hard to
you
make
get
progress
into
in this.
PvP
Well, maybe
talents
not.
and stuff like that. Your health bar can get really colorful really fast. Like you could have
Players of a higher skill level would
and
probably
then
kill the
armor,
enemies
and then
faster.
shields, and then over health, armor, and shields. And you could literally have 6 segmented colored health. And it was like I can't even understand what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah,
This
the
is,
blue
like,
team
so
won an
insane.
entire fight, but didn't
So
make like
it's
any
really,
progress on their push because the enemy
condensing
team
all
came
of
back.
the over health concepts into just one concept now. And
I like
so-
how there's like a
and it was
building
kind of interesting, other
interconnecting
than Summer's EMP,
while the
over shields
the push
is
goes
more
through.
a thematic thing than anything, because
That's really
it
cool.
didn't regen like normal shields because it's over health doesn't have a regeneration value. So it was kind of nonsense. And
You just
okay,
can cut
honestly,
through the entire
so
map.
Now we kind of have everything condensed into green health, and it's very understandable that
Help
you
Yana.
see somebody with green, and you can see like
Well,
okay,
Donna
that's not,
almost got
that's
out.
over health, it's either going to drain, or if I shoot through it, it can't be healed and stuff like that. So it kind of helps.
The BAP was back capping.
The poor two's getting a workout going back and forth, but
Wow, it's
I
so
noticed
so
before
good
there
to
was,
like
a
stall the
circle. So
cart.
is there like kind of capture points?
still
of
calling it a cart.
progress? Does that change the respawns at all? How does that work on push?
Yeah, it does. So the robot starts in the middle of the map, and it pushes those
Nice
those
bubbles.
red barricades in front of it.
Ah, no
and
grenade.
You can use those to kind of like in world.
Oh
see what
yeah,
your
they've
high
already
watermark
tested
is.
one
And
tank
if
before.
the robot's able to push it.
That was
to
one of the
checkpoint,
first experimental cards. I completely
it
forgot
will
about
unlock
that.
the forward spawn room for the team that was able to do it. You can kind of see it just off to the left here behind.
I
Reinhardt.
completely forgot that that
So if
happened.
the attacking team can push it over there, they'll unlock that.
I remember the
spawn room.
Roadhog
It gives
buffs.
them a big advantage in order to kind of push through the rest of the map.
Maybe they'll just throw whatever
I assume
things they
when
did for
they're,
experimental on
when two starts
Roadhog
moving
and
the
Overwatch
other
2.
direction, I guess it'd be to start moving the other direction. They would lose that forward spawn, right? You'd
Yeah,
go
but
back to
there
the
is
original one.
Yep, there is an additional detail there. It's TWO has to be pushed back to the middle of the map before you lose your forward
okay.
spawn room.
Ah.
And we actually started it the way that you described it, but a lot of times the robot could just move.
Wait, is
back
their
and
thing
forth
moving
across
backwards?
this one
Okay, never mind.
checkpoint, and it got,
The
like,
place that
really
the
chaotic, and you'd have no
meters were
idea where
placed
you were
looked
gonna
weird.
spawn. So we kind of gave you a grace period in there, or made it a little bit stickier.
Okay, dude.
By forcing him to return to the middle.
Yeah, that's a good call. I can imagine.
Nice
if
little
that was
animation on the
case
robot.
Now, yeah, you would have like if I spawned this 1 second, I would spawn close, and then like Stylosis spawns the next second, and he's far away.
Yep. And I mean that happens in Overwatch, you know. But it was.
Wait,
just,
are they
it was
removing
way
that?
Too blatant
This
with
double
that.
bubble Zarya is sick.
She is incredible. I love
What?
her.
It's actually a pretty
Yeah.
recent
Is
thing
that-
we checked it in, but
Yeah.
it's pretty new.
Is
I've
there
seen
damage
that
ramps
one.
up when she's charged? Like more so.
Yeah, I
well,
mean,
I
yeah,
guess-
it's
yeah.
When Zarya gets her
you
charge
have
off the
same
bubbles,
you had before, but
Yeah,
they're,
yeah.
they're both using shared charges,
it'll be
so
even more
yeah.
powerful
We-
because
we
then
found
she
that
doesn't really
because
matter
this
who
increased
she bubbles.
flexibility when
She'll
you use it,
already
she
have
tends
full
to do a higher
charge.
charge more often.
If
I mean,
they
this
had,
is the
I don't know,
default.
let's say a second
But,
tank, then she could double bubble
So
Winston.
it's
That'd be
actually a
annoying.
playtest.
I guess I would just change
I
to
found
Genji
myself,
now.
like, you know, sitting
Is
next
that
to people like, what was
popular
your average
OW
energy, would you
YouTuber
say?
Stylosa? It
Like,
is.
you were kind of tearing it up. That seems a little.
I've seen a few of his videos before. They're a bit too long for me though.
But
It looks
Oh,
so
nice track,
fun,
nice
though.
track,
I mean,
nice.
as somebody who loves to play Zarya, like, I also can imagine
Brett
the
thumbs
people that I would play with on Zarya would
Unlucky.
just automatically double bubble themselves. And
Right.
everybody
Wait, does that
else.
mean you have to walk the
Actually,
robot
it's like-
all the
yeah,
way
it's just running
back?
the double bubble,
I was
so
wondering
things
about
like feedback.
this.
Actually, if I save 2 and Genji pulls out his blade on my
Aw,
team,
you have to
I think if
walk
I
the
take
robot
shit
all the
damage,
way back.
I
That's
save it
great.
up,
Oh,
that's gonna be
yeah,
kind
I
of
didn't even think of-
ridiculous. So.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even think of that. Like, yeah, not just applying the two.
I was
double
wondering
bubbles to yourself,
if they were
but you could,
gonna
because they share the charge.
do
you
something
could
like that.
Theoretically, like,
It's getting
bubble
close to
Genji
the
blade
beginning of the
and
map
then
now.
bubble him again,
Will it
right?
change like spawn
Yeah.
points? I barely
Oh,
watched
yeah.
gameplay for the thing.
So,
So this
many.
is-
It was kind of scuffed.
Yeah, so this is like.
So only watched, like, a minute or two of it.
Coming off the back of the April 1st stuff.
Plus, I'm pretty sure it was a
See
roll
how
whenever
people
I
about it.
watched,
It's,
so didn't you really get
been
to
pretty
see it.
interesting. I'm certainly concerned about it in some cases, but it also leads to some really
Play
awesome
it.
play. So, kind of letting it rock for a while and see how it feels.
Work in progress.
Yeah, it's gonna go in
I-
overtime.
I like the progress on that one. Design.
So
OT,
I'm gonna guess
how
that
does the rule
changed the
here work? I guess
spawn.
Do they have to push all the way to the end, or do they just have to beat the time of the blue team?
They just need to.
It's
be
good, looks like it's
timed.
gonna be a long game mode.
The
Yeah, it
win
looks like it.
condition For push is whoever has pushed it the furthest by the end of time.
Okay.
wins, or if you're able to push it all the way to the end of the match.
That means
you
rolls
win.
are gonna be really fast though.
So now they're unlocking their forward spawn
But-
right here.
That also
The
means,
tragedy strikes for the blue
well, wait a minute.
team.
Since
Yeah, they
there's
need to stay near the robot.
no
I
added
believe, to
time
keep
for
pushing.
capturing a point,
Yep.
Yeah, right.
it's only gonna last like 8 minutes.
So you can't have,
Overtimes will
you
be
know,
really long.
The good old blunder where everybody walks.
Actually,
off the
no, it won't.
objective and two just looks on sad.
The moment they get off
I
the
don't know
card,
what
it
you're
ends.
talking about.
But what happens once they match the meters of the guys?
Oh, that's a problem.
Winnable. Still winnable. Don't get off the card. Oh.
I mean,
just as we
it's
saw there.
definitely hectic.
So what if it gets
Yeah,
over
this
the
is gonna be
thing
quite good for
in
us.
overtime,
Can't imagine.
and then
This
the
is-
enemy team wins? Or like the
I
red
enjoyed
team
that.
gets
I really enjoyed watching that.
Yeah, I
gets
think,
wiped out.
s-
Would the red
so
team
it's a
still
weird
win
point,
if
like,
they're over?
Yeah, when you think about like 5.
Oh wait, no, because they could touch.
Oh,
Okay, never mind.
Like, does it still have that like big like energy, like that fast paced like kind of? And you
I don't
see
know,
it
that's a-
there, I
that's
think,
a weird
especially on
interaction.
Push. I think it's why it's such like a great representative of the game. Is that yeah, you still have these fast-paced fights. You're able to make plays all over the map.
It sort of ramps up, right, as the match goes on. It gets
Yeah.
more and more and more intense, and woof, you have a big sort of crescendo towards the end.
I forgot to
That's
change the
really
title
nice. I
earlier.
really like that.
It's got that Overwatch music where it kind of adds to the suspense of it all.
There we go.
Yeah, and push. This happens in push a lot. It goes to overtime more often than it doesn't, and it was a decision that we made when we were developing.
All I have
the
to do is
mode,
touch the card.
where we had to decide what was more important for push. Was it for one team to be able to get the robot all the way to the end of the map, or is it more important for the robot to be moving back and forth in the map? Because it's really hard to get both of those, and so we think that this mode plays better to have it moving back and forth more often, and so the
It's a
mode
back and forth
mechanics
struggle
the
like
map
tug of
design
war,
is all kind
so it
of
makes
tailored
sense.
to have that, and it makes it like really exciting.
Yeah, it's just the fast-moving, fast flow of combat, right? I think the kind of Jeff, like in your
That
wheelhouse,
being
right?
said,
Like for
whenever
just
you're
hero
rolling,
design and being able
it's
to kind
gonna
of come up with
be
these creative different things that
very
like, I saw
crushing
Zarya
for the
there
enemy
on
team.
Push, like it's not a hero that you would kind of think for like an aggressive type of game mode like that, but she was like She looked unkillable at times. She looked crazy.
I feel like it can be
She's
the
really
longest
staying
game
strong
mode,
for sure. And,
or it can be
I
the
think
shortest
that's
game
kinda
mode, depending on how
what we're
well the game
thinking for a lot
goes.
of these, sort of off-tanky kind of characters before, Roadhog and Diva. And we saw Diva there played as well, and Diva's gotten a lot of changes too. So I think it's worth noting that we're not like taking every tank and just making them super aggro. In some cases, we're pushing some of the more aggro tanks and making them a little tankier. So I mean,
Because Overwatch right now,
as people notice, but
there's hardly any
Diva has a lot
close
more
games.
Sort of matrix juice
It's
in the
either
game, so she
roll
uses
or
a lot
get
more.
roll
So that's an example of
most
where
of the time.
we didn't just,
That's
like,
why I had so
give
many
her more
50-50
missiles or shit
days.
like that and let her go kill everybody. It's like she can actually protect her team a little more. So she slides a little bit closer towards, the defensive route.
Probably players out there who want those missiles, but I'm happy. I'm happy that's not happening. But Stylosa, final thoughts, man. Excited to have you on. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I am very impressed with that.
I'm sure they
Much
can
more
figure it
impressed than
out.
I thought I would be. It's been
Now that
so
one
long
tank
since
is
I've seen
missing,
push in action.
The game will be a
and
lot
it
slower.
definitely looks
So
better 5v5. Like, yeah, I don't know. That's I want to see more. I want to see more of this. Like, I feel half done by just getting one game.
Yeah, Stylosa's not gonna leave the call. He's just gonna plant his stake down and just hang out. But
we'll
guys,
see. I
we're
guess.
gonna go
Yeah.
for a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
No.
When we come back, Super's gonna join the show.
Super.
Give his thoughts on some of the things.
Super
he's seen,
TF,
go over
TF
some of the
unknown.
stuff that's going on with the tanks. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned.
The face of Overwatch League. I don't have any 2-minute videos, so we're just gonna watch gameplay. Why don't they have the popular YouTuber Brad1758 on? I don't know. I feel like they're missing out for not inviting the popular YouTuber and Twitch streamer, Brad1758. I can't imagine. I can't imagine why that would be a thing. Not at all. Also, my brother made this, so don't blame me. My banner has some a bit of a masking problem there. I think it's somewhere else on there too. Unsubscribed. I didn't make it and I got it for free. So, it's fine. I need to make a Twitch banner. I thought about making it live. They really got the owl hacking production on this. Show Torb. There he is. He's right there. You missed him. Wee. Big bum. Oh, yeah, backflip though. Lucio, why didn't you put it on speed? You're already amping. You could have easily saved your team there. I don't understand why people heal as Lucio. He's not a healer. Just speed. Oh, the shake kind of looks cool from Winston. That Winston just jumped straight into the grab.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to
hello.
OW2 PvP Developer Livestream. I'm Mitch Leslie.
Nice shirt.
Already we've seen a ton of what is in the works.
He's got AirPods in.
OW2 PvP. There's a lot
It's
to
that
take
guy,
in,
yeah. The
obviously, with
Overwatch
new
League
maps, new
caster.
game
That is
types,
British.
Of course, to some of the core mechanics of the game. So,
His eyes looks
we're
like a
gonna
robot.
rehash a couple of things, of course, over the next few maps.
AirPods,
A
shoddy.
couple of the things we've already talked about so far. To help me do
I'm
that,
tired
we'll be
of
joining
saying that
our
song.
Overwatch League superstar Matthew Super Delissi, of course, is
You didn't give him his
everybody's
entire
favorite
thing.
main tank. How you doing, Super? Obviously, big news today.
Overwatch League bench warmer.
Yeah, thanks for having me, first of all.
Nice
I
microphone.
mean, the tank changes, that's definitely the one that, kind of stuck out to me. The fact that, only one tank, because I'm a tank player, and, my experience with tank, it goes up, it goes down. Sometimes you get bullied as a tank with two. So I'm curious to see how that's gonna progress and change to make it so that
You're gonna
it's
get
a lot
absolutely
easier for one
stomped.
tank to be,
And you're gonna swap Roadhog. We haven't seen any Roadhog, actually.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that I think you watch in any sort of tank player's stream right now. You can sort of see plenty of the ups and also some of the downs here. Obviously, we saw you know, maybe some more power being.
And no
shifted
one's
in the
mentioned
direction of the
2
tank,
CP
right?
yet,
We saw
so
Reinhardt with the double fire strikes. He's got some
that's
more of that
good.
charge control and the Winston changes.
If I had to
What were your
guess,
thoughts, when you first saw the fact that Winston
Push
has
is
a bit of
probably just going to
longer
replace it.
range, equipment to bring to the fight.
Yeah, I thought that was a little bit interesting. I also like that they grabbed the Zarya from the experimental.
Also,
I mean,
nice
at least
bold and
my
brash in the
when I played
background.
experimental, I thought that the
Very
cooldown
cool.
needed to be shorter on that. But I like that in general. They're trying to give more power if it's going to be just one tank. Because I feel
You
like
really need
otherwise,
to.
A lot of tanks like
May
Zarya
Winston?
and
What about
D.Va,
May?
they would kinda
Slows
struggle
enemies and
because
deals additional damage, but
the
no
way
longer
they're designed
freezes
right now, I
enemies
feel
in
like
place.
They weren't really.
Thank goodness. Holding an
meant to be
alternative
played
fire
solo, if
charges.
that makes sense.
Oh shoot, it's a ranged attack.
Now,
That's
I feel like
actual
if
range.
they do the proper changes, then I think it could actually be
What
pretty
about
good.
May's ultimate? I'm gonna guess the only way she
Absolutely. You saw there
can
as well
freeze
a
people is
couple of
ult
the
now,
changes we mentioned.
which is
Winston's
good.
Maze, we haven't really talked about it. It's definitely part of a wider conversation that we can sort of.
It
tap
will do
into,
more damage
in a
though.
moment. And of course,
So it's like a
we will be
flamethrower.
rejoined in just a moment by some members of our development team as well to maybe add.
It was
some
already kind
context
of like
and
that.
field
May
some
can't
more
freeze
of these
people,
questions here.
at least
We
not
really
with her
heard a little bit about,
primary. She can
D.Va
probably freeze
and,
people with her
sort of
ult,
the way that she
but
was
that
sort of-
just makes
I
sense.
wanna
It's
take
an
this
ultimate.
opportunity to bring back in Jeff Goodman, of course, the lead hero designer on Overwatch 2, and Dion Rogers, our associate art director. Guys, thank you so much for joining us here. Of course, now you have a
So the Winston thing is like an actual ranged attack, not just like a medium range.
Super, of course, the chance to share some of your
Sniper
thoughts, but
Winston is a
gentlemen,
thing now,
overall,
maybe?
it definitely feels like the role of the tank changes vastly now in this landscape. Not only is it just one tank, but maybe some of the roles or things you're expected
Sniper
to
Winston.
do in this
Let's
game
go.
shifted.
Yeah, I think absolutely. I mean, it's sort of like, definitely in the past, it's somewhat true as well that you're definitely leading your team. But I think now
Winston's definitely gonna need all
you're
the
doing it
buffs he
kinda
can
by
get
yourself,
now that there's
and
only
you can
one
really
tank.
sort of
He
pace the
already
game
gets
out based on
destroyed
your
in
team,
ranked
exactly how you want it to
with
go.
a Zarya bubble
Which,
or a
so
DM.
I think some people are sort of internally we've had people like kind of worried about that pressure a little bit, like, oh man, that's a lot of like I have a lot of responsibility.
It's
now,
really
but I
easy to
think
get away
as you
from a
start to
Winston
play it,
too.
you just
It's
realize,
just
like,
I
wow,
walk
actually have a lot more
backward.
tools to do this
Winston
game
no
before,
longer
but I
hit
can-
me.
I'm a lot stronger.
We've already seen
I
this
can
clip.
actually survive these encounters a lot more, especially with
I have to sneeze.
healers both focusing on me now and everything. So it ends up just kind of being empowering and super fun when you get in there. Especially obviously with the ability to cancel Reinhardt charge and stuff, so you don't have to overcommit. And you can poke a little bit with Winston.
Reaper,
just
Wraith
kinda
out of the
get
thing.
in
Oh,
there,
good
so
job.
A lot more control.
Definitely not a setup play.
I mean,
Yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah, he has
Sorry,
extra like
earlier I mentioned I used to
ability
be
to
Prime
turn.
main as well, and these
Nice.
changes. So it took me a while to get used
I
to
wanna
these
see
changes,
some
but
Roadhog
I agree with
changes.
what Jeff said. There's a
Actual
lot more
flamethrower,
choice
yeah.
and tactical decisions you're making as the tank now. That it just feels fun and really good. For
Wonder
a
what they've
team.
changed about D.Va.
I love that you sort of mentioned Reinhardt here as well.
I'm gonna guess they gave her more DM.
Covered at great depth so
Oh, that's some
far, but
PvP,
because
PvE
the role of the
gameplay.
tank maybe changes
Okay,
a
now we're
little, it becomes
back.
more focused now to some degree. Reinhardt, obviously, we've known him to have a sort of a passive
Meow.
where he's less affected by some of this crowd control.
Oh, that's the
But
Lucio
forget
map.
about
That's the
role
Lucio map. I can see it.
passives, because that's something that is, is coming to Overwatch 2.
Meow.
Really
Heck
sort
you,
of
Brig.
sets some of these
Brig, why
roles
didn't you
apart from
stun?
each other a bit more, Jeff.
Yeah, so this is a new thing coming to Overwatch 2. It's
Big boop.
For those that don't know,
Oh,
it's
Overwatch
every
gameplay.
role, so tanks, DPS, and support get a.
Okay, so it's
passive or
not that
sub-passives
big.
Related to their role.
That's like what,
So
2/3
in
of the
this case, you
distance?
see, tanks have a couple things associated with them. One is they're reduced. They get knockback reduction on them. So
Do they have
you can't
damage
knock them
resistance?
around quite so easily, which thematically makes sense too. But if you're a tank player,
Wait, what was that
and
clip showing off?
Lucio and whoever else, it can be really infuriating.
That's
sometimes
so
just
slow.
flying around all the time, not being able to control your character as well. So that's
Okay, so it's
one
not
thing.
that
The
much
other
of
thing
a.
you get
Oh,
when you
never mind.
heard about tanks, especially tanks like Roadhog, who doesn't
DPS
have
are quite a bit
barrier,
faster.
Is people feel like they generate too much ultimate for the enemy team, especially if
Super
you're trying to be
looks a little
aggressive,
dead.
which is what we're trying to incentivize. That you come in, maybe you cancel charge and try to get hammer swings in there to build your ult, but like, was that a worthwhile trade-off if the enemy shot you so much that they built more ult than you did? So what we've done is shooting an enemy tank generates less ult.
You
for
know.
so your enemies get less ult for shooting you across the board for all.
Okay,
teams.
what was this showing off?
And these are obviously the values you're tuning, but you can kind of see it here a little bit. Depending on who you're shooting, you generate a lot less.
Okay, this is not going to be a good
And
comparison.
then for DPS players, the role passive they get right now.
Look how
is
slow the
definitely
generation
better than
is.
Maybe even more aggressive than the other ones. Is they get a movement speed bonus. just
Looks
across
about the
board,
same.
which you can see here.
Yeah, I don't really know what that
See,
clip was
it's
showing
not,
off.
like, massive. It's not like everyone's gonna be soldiers sprinting around the map or anything. But we have
Soldier's gonna be
hard,
so
like,
fast
and,
with the
players
Lucio
probably
amp.
test this too. Like any kind of
It'll be
moves
the
you do
Orisa
to
change
defend
all
against
over again.
Finish. Like this is why Lucio was considered sort of like, you know, mandatory for so long because he was the only one bringing move speed. Granted, he's a lot more move speed, but
Let's go.
so we started a little higher. We were tuning it back a little bit. We're trying to find the number here, but
I kind of like
really
the changes.
interesting in what allows you to do
DPS
as
is
far
going to
as
be very
even
annoying
just,
for like an Ana
basic
player to get
matchups,
away
so
from
you
though,
can
because
just
she didn't
flank
get the
a lot
speed
easier
buff.
and you don't have to commit as much time to the flank and to get back. But also, like, there are times where, let's say you're like Reaper or something, and you commit your resources to get at an enemy's and
So your one tank is going to be like the leader of the
team,
team, pretty much.
And, you know, you can just catch him. I mean, give it enough.
No more sharing it.
Get up close to him and you know, close that gap. So that's pretty powerful, even though it's kind of a little subtle there. And then the support changes is this is probably something that Ana mains especially are gonna love to hear. But the support players all get automatic health regen after a certain amount of time of not taking damage.
That's cool, I guess.
Mercy's passive.
You're still going to want to nade yourself.
So it's Mercy's passive, but a lot less of a degree, and Mercy's passive will still exist as like a much stronger version. But this is still there, so you know.
So that means Mercy's gonna have so much extra healing.
Really low, like I guess I'll nade myself, but sometimes you're missing like 50 health, and you're like, am I gonna waste my nade just to heal myself? Where's my other healer? Like, where's the health pack? Like,
That's what the other healer is supposed to do.
Right. Exactly. So that's been really awesome, especially for us designing new heroes, because I feel like we're in this position every time we design a new healer. It's like, okay, well, we have to come up with some mechanic that they can heal themselves, because it's like ridiculous that you can't like.
Oh wait, we already have that in the game.
It was always on a joke, but so now they have these sort of like, we don't have to worry about that anymore unless we wanted to add something like in Mercy's case or even Zenyatta's case for shields. Shields regenerate on top of this, so you'll actually get double regen.
So Zenyatta's always gonna have full HP.
Those heroes.
Yeah, bro, just get a health pack.
Extra regeneration bonuses. It's a lot nicer for Ana.
Now, of course, on the horizon, we're going to be showing more of our new maps here in Overwatch 2. But something I noticed that kind of snuck past us here, some footage of Mei. So, because Mei, it seems like she's been changed pretty drastically, at least in terms of how she operates.
So this is actually.
Oh, they're showing this again.
And some changes I can talk about, but Mei was the first one we sort of checked into the build and wanted to play with for a long time. So
I've already seen the Mei skin, I think.
Fully freeze the enemy here at all. She still slows them, but she doesn't.
Look at the range on that. Okay, it's not going to show very well.
The compensation, of course, does a lot more damage. So it's, you know, it's really scary.
Are they going to increase like the
but of course,
the radius of it then, to make it an actual flamethrower?
Like, okay, well, here's the
at that point, just have a flamethrower, but I guess they don't want to copy Pyro from TF2.
She still has, at least right now, she still has that sort of cleave effect, the piercing that can hit multiple targets. So you're doing so much damage now. It's kind of fun to play this game and try to get all this extra damage, because you could straight up just kill people now.
Mei stings now. Let's go.
Or, you know, certainly if Zarya's ult
actually things, just a bit colder.
So it's kind of an interesting. Still has an interesting back and forth with her secondary fire as well. But as I mentioned, it's kind of the tip of the iceberg, because what we're really playing around with, and this isn't actually in this build. This is something we've been experimenting with. Hasn't quite been successful enough to quite put it in the build yet. But this is something we're looking at. Is just generally looking at crowd control across the whole game. Like, where do we want it to be? Who should have it? Because we certainly we've gotten feedback over time. We totally understand and respect. Like, sometimes you're playing against, you know, the ultimate CC team with like Mei, and, I don't know, McCree and whatever, and especially as a tank. I'm sure you're well aware of this. And you're just like, oh my god, I hate my life. So we.
Oh, now I'm stunned, and now I'm frozen, and now Mei threw her ult. Oh, now I'm charged. Oh, now I'm slept. Oh, now I'm stunned by break. Oh, now I'm naded. Now I'm dead.
They're all about space control, and you know they have that role to be able to earth shatter or, you know, create that those great opportunities. But should as many DPS heroes have CC as Mei? Maybe McCree doesn't need a stun. You know, and so
what was that about
McCree? All of these, especially mostly actually really the DPS and the supports. Currently, like again,
Flashbang Removal confirmed.
It's not even in this build, but. We're probably thinking that like Ana's pretty cool right now. People are generally pretty cool with her sleep. There's a skill shot element involved. There's a lot of. Just keep going. How about like a fan of sleep darts? It just kind of hits everybody.
That could be something for PvP or PvE.
But so like that, you know, we're still playing. That one seems pretty cool, but like McCree probably not so cool, even though he's sort of like ingrained on McCree as a stun. That's like what he's about. But it's like, okay, well,
Just
if we did this,
reduce
we
the
would've got something
radius
else
or
on
the
board,
range of the stun,
of course,
and
that
then I'm
almost
good
has
with
as many
McCree.
ramifications as the tank
Maybe
changes,
remove
which
the
is like,
health
now we're
too,
talking about,
but
okay, we take all
that'll
the
just
CC
make him go
away,
back to where he was before.
Tracer, Doomfist, Wrecking Ball. These heroes are just like out of control now, right? Because like they're sort of heavily countered by CC. So then we gotta
Wrecking
go back
Ball
and
is
change those
not.
heroes, of course, as well as a compensation for the CC heroes. So
He has
that's
1,200
something that's
HP.
heavily in progress, and I'm hopeful that I think we'll be able to get some reductions in there. I'm sure. I think a lot
Get
of our
Reaper
fans would
grenade
like to see it.
launchers. Yeah, double grenade
So
launchers.
trying to,
As
you
an
know, a lot of
ult,
these changes
just
are
replace
taking us trying to get back to,
the ult
like,
with double grenade
you know,
launchers.
core shooter roots.
It definitely feels like, Jeff, you know, we were at points we were wondering, like, is this game like a MOBA? Like, how important is that positioning, the tactical, the ability usage element? How important is the shooting element? It's not uncommon for, you know, for developers to say this game's all, you know, it's about the gunplay, but as the game evolves and you have these ideas and you bring these new abilities in, that
It's still Death Blossom, but he shoots grenades
Super.
instead. Yes.
Usually, mate, it's hard to get you to stop talking, but you've had a moment to chew on some of this. Let's talk about how you think the role of the main tank or tank in this regard is going to change in maybe an Overwatch 2, and sort of some of your thoughts about where the CC is going. How's it going to feel? You know, you have a rock hard mental, dude. Like the way you sit on that stream and you just go. But tell us how you think this sort of changes.
Yeah, so that was kind of a big worry of mine, was like, you say one tank, and then I'm thinking current Overwatch, where, you know, you're playing against a Brig, and then an Ana, and then a McCree, and a Mei, and then, you know, you're stun locked for 17 seconds, then you want to alt F4. But if they're, you know, if it is, you know, looking at the rest of the CC in the game, and you're looking to reduce that across the board, and then on top of that, you're adding more utility to tanks, I think that's, you know, it's going to make it easier to do that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to add a lot of utility to the tanks.
CC is kind of it's a little out there sometimes, you know. It's not always the most fun to play against.
Not really.
And especially
They keep
for me,
adding
I always
characters
felt
that have
displacement
CC.
CC was almost more egregious than like stuns, because like if you get booped by like a Lucio and like a Brig whip shot or a ball that can like swing back and forth, I always felt that was more like annoying and frustrating to play against, because you couldn't really control that. Like, you kind of just got knocked everywhere, and that was just the way it was.
Just a bit.
Are those being like looked at as well as stuns, or is it like everything across the board?
Yeah, definitely. But the nice thing is we have this new tuning knob of the tank passives to say, you know, if we still want Lucio to be able to boop enemies off cliffs or something and still leave that strong, but we still think tanks are being booped too much, we can just dial that like, knockback reduction up a little bit for the tanks, so they you know, they're less affected by it. So it's a nice place to be.
Absolutely.
All right, that's nice to hear.
I mean, yeah, we're drilling down pretty heavily into, like, you know, what it means to be a tank player, and I think talking about it is good, but I kind of want to see some more of it in action. I mean, Dion, we have, I mean, I can see it here on the little preview screen, but our next map is really incredible, and it really captures, I think, the vivacity and vibrance of
Brazil.
a region of the world that's really known for it. Talk to us through this map.
Is that the cart?
Yeah, so Rio, another map we wanted to do for a long time. We have several artists on the team that spent a part of their life there, so it's pretty fun to kind of dive in. And
so it's colorful but washed out at the same time. That's kind of cool.
The beautifully painted favelas, colorful, vibrant.
And you go inside that area and it's just hecking crazy. Me trying to find someone who cares.
Brazilian barbecue. So one of the spawn rooms is a Brazilian barbecue place. You know, it's another map. We're just having a lot of fun creating different details.
I think I'm gonna like this map.
Aspirational version of this location for Overwatch.
Doesn't look like there's a lot of places for Lucio to wall right though, considering that's his home.
You guys,
yeah, the inside looks really cool.
Carnival float.
Got some Lucios.
So we're just having fun with these maps. Really cool.
Can you go on the beach? I'm gonna guess it's off out of bounds, but I want to go on the beach.
Feels like Overwatch when you play it, you know.
I mean, already that sort of signature.
What's going on in that screen on the right? He's got like a big blue screen going on. What is it? What is that image?
Too much of the story, but is there a context here? Like, where are the attackers starting from? Because I see some beach, I see different landscapes sort of getting fleshed out here as we go through the map.
Okay, so the defense actually starts in Lucio's home. So, yeah, obviously there's a story layer to Overwatch that we want to tell. So
yeah, I can't tell what it is either.
Part of that. So
there's something though.
You get a little
maybe a YouTube video that's blue for some reason. We're gonna get to see the map. Let's go.
Also, Lucio's club is always—it's kind of a community place, so it's a place.
That doesn't look like a really good map for Lucio wall riding.
He's a community guy.
Considering it's Lucio's home.
With this gigantic kind of.
They're not even playing Lucio.
Yeah, it's connected to the story of Overwatch. We'll just have to wait and see how closely Rio plays into the game. You saw a little bit at BlizzCon a while ago, but there's definitely more.
Unsubscribed. Not even playing Lucio.
So
Doomfist gameplay.
Sorry to cut you off, Mitch, but I do have a question if that's fine.
No,
so
Lucio.
I'm pretty sure, like, way
0
back
out
in
of
the day,
10.
there was like an interview that I read that was like 5 is too
Owl
small and
pro
7 was too
player.
big for,
Boycotting
like,
Overwatch
roster,
right now.
And then 6 was perfect.
I
But,
quit.
like, I'm kind of curious, like,
Giving
where
it my
along
review.
the
0 out of
Overwatch
10 on IGN.
timeline did that
Has a
philosophy
little
kinda
something for everyone.
change? Like, was it role lock? Was it like people
Sure.
learning how to play the game better? Like, you know what I mean?
Pretty much all of this. Yeah, I mean, we know so much about the game. I mean, as kind of Aaron touched on at the beginning, like before everything, and you could just play.
Wrecking
like,
Ball?
we had an internal tournament.
I'm gonna guess they haven't changed a single thing about Wrecking Ball, because Wrecking Ball is Wrecking Ball.
It's sort of like, oh my god, this seems like maybe a problem, or is this cool? We don't know.
Wait,
obviously,
are just all shields
really
in
good
general
any game.
green?
You try to make the best
Well, that
use
kind
of
of
what you
sucks. I
have,
thought it was just
and
gonna be
playing
Lucio, so you could tell the
once
difference.
You have the game in the wild, you get it in everybody else's hands, and it marinates for a while, and you're making changes. Like
This game
all
really
stuff
makes you
definitely
feel
changes,
like you're
so
Batman.
I think over time.
Do you watch Video
I think
Game
the Sunshine
Donkey?
League,
If you did, I had no idea.
maybe doing some of these kind of changes and then coming over.
I'll
to
read a bit.
just like-
That lamp goes up
changes in
really
everything. That was
slowly.
definitely one of the major
I
criticisms
don't?
of
Oh,
Overwatch
okay.
we were really looking forward to
That
this,
wasn't a
and at
Video
that
Game
point,
Dunk
it's like,
video.
yeah, maybe this is actually just much better. Maybe we were wrong all along. Although, people always say it's kind of a design thing. People say you're not necessarily wrong at the time just because you were wrong in retrospect.
Oh, that Ana just fell in her face.
But yeah.
So obviously this is a hybrid map.
I watched this a bit on The Last of Us 2. Oh, okay.
Much in the same way as Kings Row.
I wasn't
We find
impressed.
control of a payload here, which will eventually roll
I mean,
out, and we kinda
he just
tease,
happened to have a
yeah,
different
so
opinion
these
from everyone
payloads,
else.
this is- I mean, I'm no stranger to peacocking. Look at what I'm wearing.
He
I mean,
reacted
this
to
is,
some comments
this is
later
great.
on.
We
He made a
covered the
video out of
story
it.
in Overwatch, in Overwatch 1 with these payloads.
I think he's allowed to
so
think what he
looking
wants.
forward to seeing how that story gets fleshed out.
Oh, you
What
can't
I'm
have
seeing
your
already
off-tank on the
is real
payload
difference
anymore.
in, map geometry, right? As we move into the second phase, all of a sudden it's less about chokes and overpasses, and it's just this jumble.
I wish you were given a choice to kill the person or not.
I really feel like
Yeah.
the way you play the map changes drastically here.
I would have killed the person every time.
Yeah,
One
that
thing
was.
is- Oh, you can go ahead.
Oh, that was just one thing. We're
I haven't
trying
actually
more
played
of
the
this
game. Which
phased
person?
approach with
The guy that
visualization
killed the
of
guy
the
from
gameplay
the
as we
first
move through
game.
the space. So you
Or the
saw
girl
it's a
that
bit
killed the
more
guy
open.
from the first
As you
game.
get the payload, there's a feeling of changing gameplay and
The
art
big,
as
strong
well.
muscle person.
So this visual progression as well as gameplay, it's much more clear in some of the newer maps we're working on.
Yeah, one thing that I
Or vice
maybe it's
versa.
just,
Vice
maybe
versa
it's
works
just a
too.
coincidence, But I feel like
I'm
a
confusion.
lot of, a
I don't
lot
know,
of
I didn't play the
in-
game.
in Overwatch 1, like specifically, like I think like Hanamura first, or like going through King's Row second.
Oh, almost
they're
got it.
very like tight, and like it's like perfect for like a Reinhardt shield to spread across, and it can be like, you know, a real
The
pain to get
option
through
to
sometimes,
kill
'cause you feel
either
like
of
you
the
only
two
have,
main
like,
characters.
one way to go through. But I'm
Last
seeing
of
a-
Us? What were you talking about? Did you read your message wrong?
a lot
No,
more
were we talking about The
flanks
Last of Us?
and
What do you
ways
think
to
I was
access
talking
the
about?
point, and I think that's overall better for the design.
What do you
because
mean? What did
feel
you
like
think I was
especially
talking
on
about?
Hanamura First, like going through that choke is kind of.
Oh,
it
okay,
can
you
be
zoned
real-
out. Yeah,
it can
I'm
be
kind of
real
dead
fun
too.
sometimes, if you're just not.
I
quick
barely
enough,
ate
it's just
before I
you
started.
have a hard comp
So my
that-
brain's
that
kinda
you just
dead.
Can't counter, and I think it's just better overall.
Oh, we're
Yeah,
inside
we wanna give
Lucio's
players
homeland
more
now.
options to solve a problem. Say they're stuck at the choke. They have a few more options to break through. Basically, they don't have to rely fully on the tank.
Okay, I was watching the Mercy's health. That went up
Yeah,
very
that's always the
slowly.
thing we're trying to
Even on the cart,
improve the
getting cart
options
heals.
players have to solve.
So not even
Are
playing
there
Lucio
any
SMH, yeah.
previous maps
Why don't
in
they swap
Overwatch
the
that
on?
you
Why don't they
deserve,
swap
or-
the Mercy for Lucio? Makes
We
no
don't know.
sense.
Is that secret?
No.
Or?
I don't know.
Oh, I missed what they said, but
Okay, fair enough.
So obviously, you
Oh,
look,
that
you've
dragon
got
looks
one
kinda
less hero
cool.
on the battlefield,
Looks like an ice dragon.
Your maps are much more labyrinthine, I guess, or just big.
there's a lot of bars in this
You know,
place.
there's so much more ground you could cover if you wanted to take a
Put
different approach.
putting a you would not want to sit there. You would not want to
How
sit
big
there.
the map is, right? Because obviously there's a sense where, like, you know,
That was so weak.
Direction right can seem quite barren. Here, like everything.
You're sitting right below the
So many
speakers.
crisscrossing
You would
ways of
not.
approach
You would
and
never want to
playing.
sit there. You never want to
It
work
doesn't
there.
feel big, but it definitely.
Your entire
as
life
opposed
would
to
just be
Assassin's Creed
base.
in Overwatch on live right now, it definitely feels bigger, right? Was that ever a consideration trying to balance that, the sort of size and the majesty of it all?
You'd go deaf. It looks like there's some glass
it's definitely
protecting
more
you,
detailed
but
than
I don't think
before.
necessarily that's some like
And
soundproof glass. I
Again,
don't think it's
the
gonna
more
do
options,
anything.
There's more passageways and buildings for players to
Oh,
to
you almost had
move
it.
through
Yeah, it
and
doesn't look
build
like they
strategies
changed ball
for,
at
but
all.
ultimately the
I don't
maps
know if
are
he normally has
in
80
fairly
ammo or
similar
not. I
size
think he
to
does
the
though.
previous. You're just seeing a lot more detail.
So
on
ball
the
is still
Overwatch 2
ball.
engine. We have a lot of cool upgrades that allow us to do more while keeping a smooth performance. But yeah, it's something we're constantly
tried
trying
it.
to look at the
Wait,
scale of maps and
Is Wrecking Ball's
how to
grapple
move
look
through the
normally
space,
5 seconds?
visually as well as gameplay wise.
Ball is annoying as ever. Got it, yeah.
We have sort of
I just want them to reduce the mine timer to
there are
10.
multiple levels here. This is not just
I can deal with everything else, but mine's lasting 15 seconds is too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's
I
like a
love this
left
point
high
in
ground, right
particular.
high ground. There's so much going on.
And it's
here.
not even like a Mercy
I love this
ultimate.
point in particular, like taking that middle high
The
ground
mines have to
is,
land and deploy
you know,
before the
really
timer
important
starts.
if
So
you
he
can
could
hold
put
it,
them
it's
up
fantastic.
all the way
It's
in the
really
sky
hard
and
to
be
hold
like
because you
20
have all
seconds
these
long.
upper flank routes and under flank routes and stuff. So it ends up being like kind of a gambit to try to even take it.
Oh
with it,
wait, we need to
especially
see
when
if
you
anyone got frozen
have
from that ult or
sit on
not.
it with barriers all the
That was a
time.
bad mail. Why have to
but
be?
it's
Why
so
have to be
powerful.
thrown,
You see what
man?
Widow is right there. It's so powerful. You have this line of sight on everything up there.
So
And again,
Yeah,
is
Widow is gonna
is
be pretty
universal
annoying on this
ult
map.
charge nerfed, or is it just as a result of the tank changes that it seems like people are getting their ult slower?
It's mostly just the tanks, and we don't have.
Ah,
probably,
okay.
I can't remember exactly all the individual changes, but I think we probably
Bonk.
adjusted a few heroes here and there.
Support charge should
Kinda
be,
forgot
well,
all
at least for
the
like a
stuff, but,
Lucio, it should be about the
it's
same.
Almost entirely just the tank changes. You generate a lot of ult off tanks in our game.
Right, I guess there's one less tank. to
That
do as well,
backflip,
so it
though.
makes it
Right.
a little bit harder.
Although looking at Widow is an interesting example. We haven't adjusted the snipers too much yet, but we're keeping a
Bonk.
really close eye on them because a lot of what
All
sort
right.
of control snipers is the
Got to
fact
see
that
some
it's very
gameplay on the
restricted.
Lucio map.
Playing as Widow against a comp that is, back in the day when it was like Wrecking Ball.
That's
or
still the
something
same.
like that, you definitely.
I
are a lot
blinked
more
and we're back in
powerful,
Overwatch 1.
we have to make sure
Yeah.
that they don't get out of control.
I feel like on some of these choke points, it's definitely a lot more wider.
There's
than
definitely a
some other
simplified look
maps,
for this
and I
game, at
feel
least for
like,
the UI.
if unchecked, some certain widows could do a lot of damage.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just
Oh,
another thing.
is that
to keep an eye
Lucio's
on,
room?
Change like this.
Right.
I mean,
He's got his
We
skis.
talk about how sort of tanks have changed now to sort of allow them to be more multi-purpose or sort of.
Oh,
fill a
someone
broad
broke.
spectrum of
Someone
roles.
broke the thing.
Obviously, like when
The
you have
instrument.
A Reinhardt, you kind of know what the player is playing for, right? The shield creates space, right? You create space just because the shield exists, and with someone like Roadhog, they create space because of the threat of the hook, right? It's not even something that's necessarily it's implied threat, right?
Hey,
It's
as soon
not,
as that hook is gone, though,
directly
they can do
displayed.
pretty
So,
much whatever.
I mean, what is the idea for a tank? Do you still want there to be the mix of there sort of being that implied threat plus obviously a very visible threat? Has it changed the way you think about how tanks create spaces now? Obviously,
I want
all
to see if
tanks
they
have
changed
to be
anything
able
on
to do that
Roadhog,
to
man.
some degree,
They changed
regardless if they have
Reinhardt,
a shield or not.
Winston, a bit of Zarya, if you want to count that.
Absolutely. And obviously also impacts new hero design. Working new heroes, how they're going to interact with creating space and defending their team. Certainly looking at.
Yeah, I know.
Ever
Well, they
since
have a
making Roadhog
Roadhog,
for
so if they
reasons
ever go to the
can't hurt really
perspective.
heavily, any hero that as sort of
Looks the
really
same
kind
so
of
far.
heavy static slow defense are the ones we're kind of trying to hit the hardest first, and then.
Don't be so scared of the hook. Walk forward with your bubble.
Makes Roadhog shine a little bit because he's not being compared to the huge.
They made
barrier
him
Reinhardt.
invincible. Yes, he
But
presses
certainly,
E,
yeah,
and he
so
can no longer be killed.
should've healed
Oh,
there
he's
first
dead.
Probably, but he went for it.
They got the
So,
res, but
there's
they
lot
didn't have a
of changes
shield
we
tank,
make
so
now in this world that would have been really scary to make before, especially in regards to cooldowns. So like Roadhog used to have a much.
oh, you're dead,
faster
lol.
hook
No
back
res
in the
for
day.
you.
Maybe we could bring that back.
His
Especially
body.
in a world where all the tanks are pretty aggressive. So
I hope they increase the amount of body launches in the
Still wanna
game.
make sure there's enough, like,
Alright,
continuity,
now the
so,
hook
like,
presence
made
is
him
now
bounce the hook,
gone.
And then we had no opportunity to attack because he just hooked again right afterwards.
The
so
thing that they
it's
talked
kinda a
about.
balancing act, but,
Okay, he has it again.
a lot of
He
the
didn't go for it.
tank,
He should have went for it there.
Sort of tankiness can be just in the hero themselves now. Because if you get to go in,
There goes
be
both
threatening,
bubbles.
like, with all this
There you
extra
go,
damage, and just
finally.
Be hard to kill. You're just creating space by existing.
Oh. I don't know how these trades are going through. Oh, there's a guy up there. How do you get up there if you're on the defending side? A TP can work. Okay, there's a staircase on the right there. Is there any way to get in there from those two shops on the left? It doesn't look like it. That'll be kind of annoying.
What makes you feel like MTD feel, you know?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it comes
Nice
down
hook.
to like decision making, right?
Yeah, it looks
And
like
a
you have
lot
to
of
either
that
walk
currently
to the
is
right,
kinda based
or you have
off
to
the
go
fact
all the
of
way
what your
around.
second tank is doing, which is obviously
This
you
map
know,
looks
no
kind of
one
good,
can
actually.
because there's a removal. And I feel like this is really gonna have to rely a lot more on like your supports keeping you a lot more
It's
alive
probably
as
gonna
opposed to,
destroy
like,
though.
your off tank or secondary tank, you know.
You
being
think so?
in
Maybe.
coordination with you. Because the supports now, they only have to focus on one tank in particular.
Because like, look at all the high ground you have. Then there's the
as
main
opposed to, you know, having to split
down
between
below.
two. And I feel like that's probably gonna have to.
Wait, there's a left. Oh shoot! You can even see far left. Mercy, what are you doing? Don't go in the dragon. Okay, then manage your dragon.
Because they can't really.
Yeah, there's a wait. You can go far left
to
too.
make the decisions
What
for
is
them,
this?
Or like to, you know, help them out in that way.
I feel like it definitely
And you're gonna kind of need like all those flank angles without that extra tank.
Their selection of tank really boils down to their capacity to deal damage.
You're fine. Don't jump. Jumping is a bad idea.
You get these weird sort of Sigma Zarya comps, or you see like a lot of people just like playing Roadhog. That's their favorite tank because he does.
There's a far left flank, the high ground that you can go on.
Trying to make, you know,
You can send TP pretty much anywhere you want.
Without just doing damage requires you to really think much more about game.
Nice hook.
So that's what I kind of wonder. Like, outside of just doing a ton of damage, how do you sort of balance a tank to make them feel?
And he's not healing himself to give his support some heals.
Yeah. I feel like
Doesn't
it's
look
probably
like,
designed
yeah, you
for
can't
lots of
flank
people
around in that
that
left room.
I'm
It's just
not
kind of there.
qualified to talk about.
Yeah, you either have to go far back left or
Okay,
on the
I'll
high
stop
ground.
speaking. That's good. No, that's good. I'll stop speaking.
I'm curious where you're taking this, but-
You tried it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's
The
like,
Roadhog is now
options,
ulting.
and like Super mentioned, like,
Doesn't
making
that
sure that, I
doesn't
mean,
like
that's
the
what
tank
Zero
buff
change is just giving her more flexibility
where
and
they can't get
options,
boot
so,
back? Doesn't
I
that
mean,
buff
it happens
Roadhog
to be a source that
indirectly?
generates a
'Cause
crap
his
more
ultimate?
energy and is way scarier,
I think
does
it
more
do.
damage in this case. We may have to rein that in a little bit. She was already running out in that last little bit there with like 80%.
Maybe.
100%,
No, it
so
definitely
it's
does.
Pretty aggressive, but
It's an indirect buff.
yeah, it's definitely just trying to create really interesting playmaking opportunities and just strategic thought, and I think that's where a lot
It's
of
not like super big or anything,
people
but a change like
kinda
that
to
definitely
have
will
the
change
tanks
it. Oh,
and sits,
unlucky.
where it's, if you really want to just click heads.
Oh,
there's
this
probably better options
there's a
out there.
lot
I
of
don't think we're likely
small
making kind of
spaces
like
on
a
this
sniper
map.
tank out there or anything like that, 'cause, you know, there's a lot
I
of
just
outside
wrapped my
options
head
for
around it.
that.
I was like, wait,
I
what?
would
Where
like
are
to
we?
try to keep
Okay,
the
now we're
tanks,
on the
like-
now we're on the main
like, let's
street.
mention the
Okay.
craft changes as an example of this. We like to keep the tanks being the ones who are
You
primarily
tried, yeah.
able to do
And
craft
that's all that
control,
matters.
and that's
Okay, the
also
Hans
what's
is
only
feeding.
one
I
tank
can't believe
now,
no
it means
one
still
killed
there's
that
gonna be a
guy.
lot less
Probably the lack of the off
tank,
tank.
in
No
general,
Zarya
but
to kill him.
Still allow them to sort of flex that.
Oh, if only I had beat
Right,
or
so
not
you're
beat
talking about
Boop.
obviously taking a little bit of that away from May, but obviously it's still something that, you know,
I don't think they
you
used
feel like
res
you can
yet.
include in the game. It almost feels like
Oh, you gotta res
a
someone?
moderated
Oh,
approach to
okay,
now
he's gone.
because tanks can be the ones that bear a lot of that sort of crowd control.
So if you have a
particularly
Roadhog
because,
in your
you know,
team,
now it's just that one hero on the
then
battlefield that
odds
really
are the Roadhog's just
does
gonna
so
look
much
to
damage.
hard carry.
5 different
That's what
things.
Roadhog does already.
So it feels like almost
Exactly.
responsibility as a tank player is almost. kicked
He's
up
just
in
a third
you
DPS
gotta be a
with
jack
a
of
lot
all
of health.
trades in some cases.
Especially if crowd
Unlucky.
control gets reduced to a point where
He should be
you're
fine. They
looking
don't have an
for
auto to nade you.
to counter something
Oh, you
specific,
need some
like
help
you're
though.
looking
Oh, you
for
need.
Genji Blade.
Mercy ain't getting that res.
You need to, let's say you're playing
She's
Fire
going
Emblem,
for it. She has the
you really wanna land
Transcendence
that
in the
hook
wall.
when he comes in, it's
Wow, they
really
used
the
2
game
ults
changer
to
for
res
Commander.
one hog. I think
So
you
try to
only
put
needed
your
one of
shots
those
up,
there.
Save it, try to keep an eye on him. And conversely,
Look at that
if
flank.
you're
Oh
a
my
character who
goodness.
is really watching for, you know, like Reaper or something like that wants to get his ult off.
Yeah,
and
so
you wanna
much
make sure
high
nothing
ground.
gets done,
This map is
it's
so
a lot easier
big.
to sort of track who's can stop
This
you,
looks like
and
a
you're
Call of
looking for
Duty
the
map,
tank,
but
you're
smaller.
looking for,
Much tighter
rather than looking
chokes.
for in the team. It's kind of like when you're Zarya trying to ult and you're watching T-Bow really close because you don't want to have it eaten, and that's what you're most
Oh,
concerned
nice
with
hook.
as far as timing goes. It's like that with
Ba ba ba
most
ba ba
systems
ba
out
ba
there.
ba 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 ba. Yeah, look, Reinhardt did not get boot backed at all. Call of Duty slow motion, man. I need to go back to Call of Duty and do some slow motion gameplay. Maybe I'll do Advanced Warfare.
playing Overwatch, it sort of said,
I remember that campaign being kind of good.
Opponent is potentially
Oh, yeah.
more dangerous to you. But it definitely feels like the weight of these weapons is much.
There's still a lot of
effectively
Call of
conveyed,
Duties to
right,
play,
from this
so
one here as
we'll
we're
see.
sort of talking.
Here we
Like,
go.
that snap gun sounds extremely meaty.
I love the weapon sounds. It
Yeah,
is on
me
such a
too.
good
Wait, have we
job.
seen this part of the map before? My brain's kind of dead.
Especially like
Widow.
But
Soldier.
apparently the other
Oh,
team
Widow, yeah,
got it all the
yeah,
way to the
Widow.
end,
It's
but
sort
I
of
don't
like
remember
that
them
echoing
being on this
sound
part of the
shooting at
map.
open
Maybe they
space.
rolled
Oh my
or
God, it's
something.
fantastic.
You really feel like you're actually
The animation for the fire strike seems kind of broken right now. Nice charge.
Kickback and sort of make sound. And also like it based on where you are in the map.
You gotta do the
know,
thing
the
where you turn your
environment-
hammer. Okay,
I
you're
think
good.
this is maybe
Don't
correct
see
for
nine.
one as well, but it really feels
Don't
like
see
the
nine.
environment
Oh my
you're
goodness.
inside, CLUD,
It does look
in those
wonky,
clubs
yeah.
beforehand,
Early
and that's
access.
really much more apparent, right? That the environment playing a big role in how things sound.
Oh, yeah. Ryan just got rolled. If only he had a
Being
bubble
on
from
the
the Zarya.
receiving end
Oh
of
wait.
Widowmaker's shot, it just feels so much more dangerous hearing the sound.
What?
So it helps you hide, basically.
Team 2's on a roll.
Right, yeah.
Wow,
I'm
Team
Helps
getting
you
Two.
hit.
hide in terror.
That's a big part of it as well. Like it's not just when you fire, but getting hit by these weapons and these abilities seems like it. Yeah, it has
Let's
more of
go.
an impact. It's not like we're
Yeah.
we're giving you an earthquake in your.
I think that map's gonna be okay.
You know, I feel like I'm almost sort of shifting in my.
I just
want
wanna play it, man.
Stuff here is Doomfist lands punches.
Maybe they'll finally give a release date.
Experience, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, it adds so much. I mean, there's so
Hopefully
much
it
done
comes out
to,
in like 2022.
I mean,
That'd be
I'm not
epic.
an audio guy, but I've talked to them a lot on what they've been working on.
But I don't want them to
Give
rush
me-
it either, so if it
give
takes
me
an
the
extra
ability
year, then I
to
guess it's
create,
fine.
more accurate sounds and more.
But you gotta
and
do something for
spaces,
Overwatch
so
1 if it's gonna
like an
take that long.
indoor, tighter area or an indoor, wider area can have different sounds and get that sort of sound of things bouncing off the walls, and it's so epic. And not only is it make the game feel a lot better as far as like your weapons and getting shot at, but like it actually makes the environment feel a lot better because you feel more connected, like you're actually in that space, just the way all the sounds are playing when you're in that space.
The immersion of the environment too. That's just the sounds of the environment is.
Oh yeah.
It's
I
beautiful
don't
now.
know if you're really gonna care
If you
about
could
the
just walk through
immersion.
without all the bullets.
I'm gonna care about what abilities I can hear. If I can't hear abilities and whatnot and like flankers because the environment's making some like wind noise, I'm gonna find a way to turn the wind noise off.
Some of them you thought about before, obviously having played so much tank, and maybe you wish for some of these. And I'd love to get some of your final thoughts here on sort of how tank is gonna feel and
Sure,
heading
yeah.
into Overwatch 2, as I'm sure you'll be.
The sound means a lot in Overwatch 1, so you don't want it to get
I
distorted.
don't know. I mean, I feel like I have to get a chance to play it first, but
Yeah.
based on what I've seen, it looks like Tank's gonna have a lot more pressure. I feel like, or a lot more of a role to play because you don't really have that second tank to help you out and
Yeah.
kind of help.
My
clean
brain
mistakes
still
if
is
you
having a
go,
hard time
if
wrapping
you
my
get
head
into
around
a
it.
Bubble or Matrix or whatever it may be. So I feel like in general, it looks like tanks are going to have to play a lot smarter.
Zarya's gonna have a hard
but
time getting
you do get the
charged.
plus
I guess
side of
she could
having
double
both
bubble
supports
herself
only
actually.
focus on you as opposed to having two. So I think it'll be interesting.
Well, we're interested to hear some of your thoughts, of course, as the live stream goes, and as we get further and further down the development roadmap, as well as some of these changes get fleshed out even more. Super, thank you very much for joining us, mate.
Bye-bye,
Obviously, I'll be
Super.
seeing
You said
soon
like 3
once, the shots
sentences.
get back on the battlefield. But good to have you here, and yeah, we'll see you soon, man.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Super.
Thanks.
Wait,
And,
this is
that,
gonna
of
take
course,
all
was,
day. I'm gonna have to
Matthew
go
Super
grab
Delivery,
something to
obviously
eat.
tank player from the San Francisco Shock, and has given us some really good insights as well, maybe on how it feels for him to see these tank changes. I want to now take the opportunity to welcome to our stream, obviously, prolific streamer Cupcake. Obviously, we see you play a multitude of FPS titles, including Overwatch. Great to
You
have you with
eager.
us, Cupcake. A lot of news today.
Thanks.
We're continuing to
Yeah, they
pour
brought
out
in,
news slowly.
No, I'm not
I'd
gonna
love
lie,
to
I've
get your
never heard of
thoughts
this
on what we
person.
have so far.
Oh man, I really like seeing all the new like hero looks and like the map visuals and the UI updates. have
I
been
don't really
cool,
care how the
especially
game
as, like, a
looks.
support player. I'm seeing a lot of little like UI.
I want
updates
more
for, like,
FPS.
support
I'm gonna
heroes.
lower
I'm
the
really excited
graphics
about
down
them.
anyway, so
So yeah.
Absolutely.
Pro
You're
players are
gonna be posting some
unsubscribed.
as well, so I'm looking forward to
Super
hearing
counts as a
Yeah.
pro
little bit
player.
more
Smile.
out of our devs. Not only, of course, about maybe supports, but a little bit more about Overwatch 2, and of course, yes, we will be showing another map in just a moment.
Oh, I thought
So
they were gonna be
let's
showing
take the
heroes.
opportunity to sort of bring these devs back in, of course. Obviously, Jeff and Dion have given us some great thoughts so far, because something that was teased at BlizzCon Online and we got to see a little bit of
Teased?
was actually the hero looks, right? Overwatch 2 is, you know,
I don't care about
it's
the
a game
hero
that's set a
looks.
little
I'm gonna
further
be using my
sort of
skins
in the future
anyway.
as far as we can tell, and
Where's
this was
Pine?
reflected
He's actually on
in
Dallas
what
now.
the
I don't know
heroes
if you've
actually
heard about
look like.
that.
I don't know if Dion Jeff, if you can sort of speak to that, because it's not just like a
They signed him.
jazzy tech upgrade, but
I don't know
something
how
you can
well.
see
I
the
mean, I guess
timing
they
in play of some of
removed
the
like
looks.
Tracer and I think it was Somber Echo from the pool. So
That's
I guess
part of
I
the
guess they're gonna
passage
need
of
some kind
time
of hit
to
skin.
Reinhardt is a little
I'm excited
older.
for Pine on Dallas.
I think there's a sneak peek at a few characters that
I don't care about the hero looks. I'll be completely honest. They're cool and all, but
now, so
I already have
access
skins
to
that I
cooler
like.
tech in their outfits. It's just we're having fun, kind of like in a way to show these guys have upgraded their equipment. They're ready to do battle in this new world. Farah here.
Farah does not look
Overwatch
upgraded.
gear.
She looks like she's downgraded
So
a little bit.
She has the armor that fits the Overwatch team. Yeah, and just Reaper is pretty amazing as well.
Reaper looks alright.
Sort of more high
Extra edgy.
as well.
Yes.
So, I mean, you know, I love that you kind of, this is cheeky. You're kind of teasing little bits of the story or how the world changes out as we go. So that's just, you know, building my appetite up to sort of see more.
I like
about
his
how the world
guns.
is
Oh, I didn't
changing
even see
and
the
what all
guns.
these
There's Widow's
heroes
look.
are up to. I mean, you see obviously Widowmaker's.
It looks about the same.
Hairstyle as well. Tell us about what the
love
development
her
process
hair.
on these
I didn't see
changes
there.
is like, because I think it was sort of mentioned that there's sort of new tech available to developers to sort of bring these characters to life, but I'd love to know how you go about refreshing or revamping or update some of these hero looks.
Yeah, we have a lot of cool, really cool engine upgrades that you could see in some of those shots. A lot of better detail. The character's skin feel more natural. Their hair has a really awesome shader, and it just
Whoa,
it's still
the
stylized,
shaders on
but
the
it just
hair.
feels much more real, almost like you could.
That's
touch it.
gonna look so cool
This
whenever
is in
I
the
shoot
environments
it.
as well. There's tons of nice detail. We've upgraded the lighting engine. So
I'm gonna be
shadows
playing
are
on low
better.
settings,
All these things are
so I don't know
just
how
to
well the
make world
lighting's
feel
gonna
much
be.
more immersive, more dynamic, and more animated things in the world. The characters have the cool tech gear and.
Hey, if it can play on high
details that we
settings
weren't able to do
with the same
before
FPS
until
as low
kind
settings,
of
then you know
tune some
that'll be cool.
knobs in the
But
engine, and
I don't think it will. So low
we're
settings for me it
subtly
is.
playing with this, maintaining Overwatch style, keeping the game performance smooth, but you know, upgrading everything to the Overwatch 2 level.
I'm curious about like the new upgrades to the skins and like just the heroes themselves.
I'll be honest,
And
I'm
you guys
not.
have all the skins.
Tell me about what
from
you've changed
all the
about the
different
heroes'
heroes
kits,
from
not their
Overwatch,
skin.
and like how challenging it is to bring them in and like update their looks as well. Like, is that an easy process, or is it like tedious to make them all look just as good?
That's a great question. So a lot of the tech, for example, the skin shader will apply to all
Whoa.
the older skins as well.
Skin
So
shader.
our engine team is working hard to kind of create a workflow that's easier for the artists, but it's still there's a level of work there. But everything you see on these new 2.0 heroes, the updated hair shaders, updated skin, detail maps, these will all carry over to the older heroes or the older skins. So a lot of
Whatever
stuff
that
looks
means.
even better than it did before.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
There's a bit of work there to apply some of the new techniques to those guys, but it's a beautiful upgrade to practically every single skin in the game. So it'll be fun for players to see.
You can't even see the skins that
Is it
you're
gonna
wearing.
be
All you can see
possible
is
to,
the
like,
gun.
add more customization,
So
like with this new technology. Like,
that's why I don't really
unlocking
care about
different, like,
skins.
color schemes or something like
And that's
that.
why
or,
I don't
like,
really
special
open my
weapon
loot boxes
variations,
because I don't
even
get
for,
anything
like,
out of them.
certain achievements or something like that, so we have more ways to customize the way our heroes look.
An amazing question, but you have to wait and see.
I didn't hear what she said. I'm gonna guess it's something about weapon skins. Maybe some diamond weapon skins.
Oh no! What about like mixing and matching like skins and weapons? Is that gonna be possible?
Ooh, that's a
Like,
good
you
question.
have a weapon from one skin. Because like that would be so much fun. Like you get creative with that. Can you imagine? Like
That'd be pretty cool.
man.
That's a good question.
I mean,
okay.
we're theory crafting. You know, we're off to the races here already. I can't like this.
I'm like, so many ideas.
Did they show Torp? They haven't shown his new look, but we've seen it in the
My
gameplay
favorite part
footage.
is the visual. So.
Well, speaking of which, Cupcake, Dion has a new hero look to show us. Dion, do you want to talk us through?
Torbjorn! No.
This one will be,
Yeah!
I think he's a Torbjorn.
Yep.
So this is Torbjorn.
Let's
2.0.
go. He looks like a.
You can see he's a little-
He looks a bit more
he's
southern this
older.
time.
He has a bit better technology and gear.
I like that belt.
And yeah, he's
His hair is so good.
Torbjorn we all know and love. He's just
There he is.
advanced.
There he is.
He has a cool.
Very cool.
Redneck
You can see the hair
Torbjorn,
shade
let's
really
go,
well on
dude.
his, beard.
But like, imagine that, but with like his summer skin like weapon.
Right.
Like that's the kind of stuff I want to see at some point. Like,
They should look into that.
You can definitely see. I mean, some of the changes are big, right? They're vibrant, and obviously, you know, you can definitely see the
Yeah, they
passage
look
of time and
great.
Torb. And
I'd
some
love
of
to
the
see like
stuff,
a
you know, it's the patches on the knees of his jeans,
like the
the connections
Junkenstein
between
skin with the
hardware that
gesture
he's
gun,
using,
because I like the
the
gesture gun, but I don't
goggles
like the
that he
gesture
has.
skin.
And I mean, you can
Right.
Something like
you can
that.
see this gregarious attitude. From
There
him
he
on
is.
display, though. I think that's very much still.
He's so
brought to
good.
life. That's-
And you know, we want to upgrade the characters.
He's got cool
but don't
goggles,
wanna lose
too.
that silhouette that's familiar to players. You know, he still looks like Torbjorn from a distance. He just looks better.
Love
more
Torb.
detailed
Yeah,
up
he looks so
close,
good.
But he maintains that silhouette we come
My
to know and love and
man.
like to shoot at. So that's some of the
Extra
How-
props to the VFX team for doing some like the next kind of 2.0's VFX on his pack there. Looks great.
Right.
Smoke coming off.
Yeah, it's a serious
I didn't notice the
motivation
smoke.
of, you know,
I did not notice the smoke at all, so I'm glad he pointed that out. I was looking at the man, the myth, not the smoke coming out of him.
Here and talk a little bit more about our next map.
What about
Home
Bastion?
Was teased at BlizzCon Online, right? We got these
He has a
huge
hat now.
panoramas, these Colosseum-looking things, this like sort of this sort of future Rome, but that's obviously coming up next, and it is a push map. So I want to talk.
Oh, push
a
map,
little bit
okay.
more about how a push map is actually.
He does,
done, right?
yeah.
The newest game type to the game.
I like the
it's
hat.
a really unique
Makes him
situation
feel a
to
bit
play
more
through.
human.
Let's delve into.
Ooh,
to be
that's some
fair,
cool
I have to
music.
assume,
Oh, it's
like,
Rome.
there has to be some symmetry to the map. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's Rome.
Is that sort of
right.
Okay, what's important when designing?
We saw some concept art the last time this map
So
was
symmetry
brought
is
up.
Obviously, the number one important part. It makes it very competitive because both
Ooh,
sides
I like
have
the
a
way that
similar
building looks.
layout. But it also makes it
Old
tough
style
to
mixed in
create
with
a
the new.
second one. So you had Toronto that we saw earlier, where it was a more of an S curve layout to the battle. In Rome,
The music
it's
sounds really good.
kind of a C.
Too bad I played with
cut
music off.
through The Colosseum.
I hope the Roman
It becomes
Empire has
tighter
returned in this universe.
when you
I
reach a
doubt-
lot once
I
you see
doubt
the
it,
players
but
play. This one was where we really
hopefully.
found a way.
Also,
okay,
those are really
this is
human
how we make
statues for the world of
iterations on push.
Overwatch.
At first, the S curve was an easy one to go to. You know, it's make the map snake through
Sadness.
buildings and things. But how do we switch it up for a different space? And we knew we
Maybe
wanted
if
to
they
make
had like an
Rome.
extra 5 minutes, they
We
could
knew we
throw it
wanted
in.
to go through the Colosseum,
It's Italian
so
art.
That's kind of part of the initial design.
Yeah,
for
it just looked
the
weird because it's in the Overwatch universe,
very
so
fun mode, especially on
most of the characters
you
don't
know,
look
I think
exactly
the
human.
thematic of the scene plus pushing the robot kind of enhances how fun this game type is.
It's such a crazy juxtaposition between all the sci-fi movies that you might.
Are we
watch
gonna
and
see
then
some
the
gameplay of
location
this
is
map?
obviously known to
Yeah.
us and
That's a
sort
good
of
point.
thinking about how,
Mhm.
you know, the passage of
It's
time
made
might
by
change it.
humans,
I
so
wanna
I
know,
guess it makes
you know,
sense.
you mentioned
It just
the
looked
first
a
thing you
little
mentioned
off
was
considering
that
all the
it's
heroes
very
we see.
competitive as a result of that
Like
symmetry.
Roadhog ain't
And
looking like that
you
any
guys
day
as
of the week.
developer team on Overwatch have had a good chance to see how so many of these maps play out at the highest competitive level. So I'm curious to know, like, you know, how much is our Overwatch League a factor when you're sort of considering a game type or a map
Doesn't fit the
design like this,
cartoony
you
look
know?
of
How often
Overwatch.
do you think, oh,
Yeah,
okay,
we've
I
hardly
play
seen
it
any
great this, or,
actual
you know, they're
people,
gonna sort
except
of,
for that one
you know,
time
go
in the
for the
Overwatch 2
1% play this
cinematic.
kind of map. Does that factor into the dev process all that much?
I'm only gonna say like 2 or 3 of them.
I think so. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We'd have to see some more
It's definitely
to
probably
properly
into
fit
this,
it
yeah.
in.
Yeah, I mean they certainly. I feel like it's hard to imagine a player base.
Now,
sort
if they
of
would put,
breaking
I
them
don't know,
apart properly as
Roadhog
much as
up
the
there,
Overwatch teams, Overwatch League
then
teams
I
do.
would be laughing.
And they will find that stuff fast, and they've used even the smallest.
They're still
things.
showing the footage from
So,
before
yeah,
they
I mean,
removed
definitely,
the
as far
one
as,
of the
like,
tanks.
The specific layout, we're looking at all that stuff.
Nice whip shot.
Quite a bit, but especially when we're developing a new mode, it's very much taking into account how competitive it's going to be, and as was brought up earlier, you know, based
I
on the
think
rule set, we
they
wanna make
kinda
sure
ran
that
out of
we're
stuff to
keeping
show
avoiding
for
or
now,
avoiding
so-
a tie situation. This
Wow, they
mode
really just
certainly
let that
prevents
brig
that.
solo push the entire cart.
And then, as Aaron was talking about earlier, like we were debating whether or not this should be like kind of easy to push to the end, and then you get
Let's
a point,
go.
and then the other team can maybe it's multiple rounds, and each push is 1 point. But then it's like you get in that potential tie situation, and you lose some of that sort of epic tension of pushing it those last little bits, and people fighting over those little bits of space, and so. I think, we're very cognizant of that, especially with new modes, thinking about how they're going to be played in competitive.
Are they gonna have more than one new mode then?
Matches that came down to 2-3 meters. This is
yeah.
such a fun. Just you feel good.
You know it isn't fun?
You're like,
Getting
that
it
was really bad
0.01
because it felt
meters,
like we fought really hard for those
and then
last
losing.
2-3 meters.
Or
This map is
0.00 even. I've had that happen before.
More opportunities for us to just yell nonsense. We're gonna jump in and check this one out.
Oh, okay, we are gonna do some gameplay.
As well here, but I mean, first impression is wow. This is
Yeah, those are oddly human statues.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow.
Too bad we won't be able to play that part of the map, so I don't really want to pay attention to it.
S-shape sort of thing, but it looks like there's some
That map looks cool. Yeah, all the stuff they just showed in that first few seconds, I don't think we're gonna be able to play in. Hopefully we will, though.
There's a little bit of C-shape, and then there's this bridge overpass that's pretty fun to encounter.
Sadness.
I'm curious.
Yeah, that's why I don't really normally look at the look of a map.
Get to the overpass.
If it's not gonna show how the game plays, then I'm not very interested.
Features on this map, and we'll see it right away. Is the first one is right in the under the Coliseum, basically where the OW2 or the bot starts, and that it kind of like looks sort of simple and.
Okay, I think they said this, but there's another push map. Let's go.
The subtlety there is because it's got a slight curve to it.
I'm gonna guess they're gonna have like 4 push maps to start off with.
Off and certain of them are open as far as in between the pillars.
Doomfish.
And that was actually
I kind of like this composition. From Team 2.
Opening them up, closing them. In fact, you see the tops are actually open, so you can climb over.
Oh, well, whoa, that Junkrat is on the flank, brother.
If you're like a Pharaoh
nice
or
bubble.
you want to get cheeky. But we didn't want to close it off entirely, so that one section was sort of everyone's favorite right away in playtesting.
Can you get over that wall? You better be able to.
A massive amount of iteration on it is great.
Right.
So we'll see it here.
That quality of life trains on
You tried.
It does not go unnoticed, by the way. The duration of the bubble remaining being shown on the HUD is huge.
I didn't know it did that. I was not paying attention.
I love
Oh,
that
I think you're losing these.
Sorry, I mean, I just love the curvature actually it actually reduces line of sight, right? So you cannot now just sit at one end of this sort of track and see the other if you're a sniper. So even
oh, you can only see through the glass from one side. That's kind of cool.
That I'm sure
winnable.
You've thought about
very winnable. Oh, they're on the Junkrat. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but the Winston had no HP. Oof, unlucky. Almost had it.
It's not just Zenyatta's HUD that's gotten a change, right? It seems like every sport looks a little bit different when it comes to the HUD and some of those abilities.
Alright, they got a Diva now instead of Winston to eat the Junkrat.
Placement of the orbs, it's so much better. Like more in the middle rather than having it on this side.
Dodo orb, there you go.
I think that's really nice.
The Diva's got the card stalled.
Changes with like having Mercy.
Just no recall. Oh, you're getting booped into the Mega. Oh, you gotta start killing something, red team.
The icons of who it's on,
Turn around, robot. Oh, Doofus is in the sky. Bye bye.
I wish to see more with Ana. Like I would love to see
Lucio
Ana
is feeding.
having it show like who she slept, like on the UI.
Oh, that's a cool idea. Yeah.
It does show it in the
That would be so
spectator.
cool.
Especially because, I feel like I have to tell my DPS player that's in the enemy backline, I don't know if you saw that, but I just let the fire out the air and they just
It's kind of hard to tell who slept sometimes. That's why you have a voice that says, hey, this guy is sleeping.
I definitely slept someone, but I'm not sure who it was.
If you don't say it, then odds are people are going to miss it because they're not paying attention to your gameplay.
You sleep against you accidentally with a blade and someone just wakes them up because they have no idea.
You don't typically want to be damage boosting Lucio, but you don't really have a... Well, I have an Ash. Where's your Ash? Why don't you damage boosting that man? You're dead.
If Mercy is healing or damage boosting you, right? Obviously, your screen sort of on live, your screen sort of takes on like a sort of a very slight non-intrusive
wow,
glow.
red team has made no progress.
How it's indicated to you that Mercy is sort of damage boosting you. Is that also the case with like?
Why didn't that Zarya keep pushing? They probably would have got that point. She just hadn't walked back. They were gonna lose the fight anyway. She just stand on point there.
But in general, there's
you got the Soldier 76. There you go.
Across, I mean, really across the team. I mean, you can see the skin passes, and those emails get sent out all the time. Like, oh, look at these cool skin changes and tech we're getting, and then there's also
So
updates.
I wonder how much faster this game could have come out.
Like, even if I'm not
if they
directly,
didn't
working on
remaster
that
the
stuff,
classic
sort of
skins.
seeing that stuff cross my email and the examples being sent out, it's just awesome.
Because they have to make what, like 27 new skins for everyone.
I'm sure your inbox is.
Also, yeah, Soldier kind of quick. Look at him go.
I sort of wonder what
wonder if you can still get. I wonder if you still get healed by the payload in this.
Sort of the assault game
Good
mode,
question,
sort of,
yeah.
There wouldn't be sort of further maps developed for, right? The focus.
Because they keep focusing on like the new looks of the skins and how the shaders and the looks of it. I'm not gonna use them anyway, most likely. Because I already have my old skins that are getting transferred for Overwatch 1. Maybe I'll use them for like a couple games, but I don't think you should lower or increase how long the game takes to come out because of that. I'd much rather you look into making new maps, working on the PvE, anything else really.
We've gone through multiple phases.
That's just me though. I don't really care how a
None
game
of them
looks.
really were good enough to
Customization is cool, but
honestly.
it should be a bonus.
I always feel bad because one time I had a new designer join, and one of the first things we gave him was like, overhaul 2CP. What do you want to do? And it was like the hardest problem ever. Go ahead and solve it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's kind of rough actually, in retrospect.
Dang.
It
did not take that long for the cart to get back.
Changes and,
You got this. Push it up that hill.
We'd have to make so many changes to get this where we want to be.
Oh,
like,
no,
even
okay,
some
kind of
mode,
teleported in the
at
trap,
that
it's fine.
point,
Does
at
Diva have
that
longer
point,
DM?
Why don't we just make a different mode?
Yeah,
I think Diva has longer DM.
Like, change it to that degree.
Halo 5 looked
That's
good
kinda
after
how
all.
that ends up
Yeah,
going about
looked
thing about
good.
it, and, a lot of it was feedback from the
Heavy, oh, okay, got some animation bugs, it's fine, you'll sort it out.
Are you trying to say that there's other modes in development? Are you trying to imply that?
I would say that we are constantly experimenting with new modes, but they're experimentation right now.
Okay, so they are working on new modes. I mean, they should be.
Sorry, Dion, please.
Oh, sorry. New York was.
Oh, you can totally store the cart. Yeah, nice. Oh, Soldier's dead, unlucky. Nice to see Echo hasn't got any changes.
So many possibilities for that kind of map, right?
Does she have 12 shots in life?
Temple of Anubis, when we first showed that at BlizzCon, the shipping version actually changed, to try to.
Oh,
make
pushing the
CCP
cart
even
back is gonna be
when it
so
first came
annoying.
out.
You know?
So
I could
that's
open
the
up
version we
Overwatch.
showed.
I already have it
Sharing the
open,
version
but
that shipped
I could
with the
open
game
it
was
up and
pretty
be like, oh
different
hey.
From the choke point standpoint, to try to address some of the 2CP challenges. So
Big
We
Dynamite?
just left that spot in the map. Oh, sorry, Dion. I didn't cut you
Yeah.
off.
and that was it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna
It looks
comment
like you
there,
can
I was
contest
just
you
left
can
it.
contest the
Yeah,
robot
thing I
from
was
really
mentioning
far
about
away.
two things is
Big
that
copy.
area we just left was it's like this
Oof, couldn't even get the mech up back up.
screw,
She didn't have a
basically.
tank to
And it's super interesting. Yeah, and, like
take it out of.
you basically
Ooh, that's
click
an
on it, so
indirect
it
nerf
goes
to
over,
Echo.
and, you can see it coming up
There's
here.
not a second tank
So
she
you go
can
under, in this
duplicate.
case, you go to the right and then back up and then cross over itself.
Mm-hmm.
It is a
That's
really
one
interesting point to
full
play. In fact,
target
when we
that you
first
can't
playing
copy
it, I
anymore.
remember
And
we
tanks
had
are
this
always the
huge
better
success,
copy
and it was
choice.
like, I don't know if I like this
In
or
almost
not.
any
It's either
circumstance.
amazing or it's terrible. I can't even tell. Like it's super interesting and very impactful. And so we were like, I think that
If you're
these
gonna
will keep
duplicate
going.
another
If we play
DPS,
this
then
game,
why are
keep
you
doing
even
it. So,
playing Echo?
obviously, having a big impact is almost.
You could
more
just play that
important than
DPS instead.
the good stuff of it. So after a lot of
Especially since so
iterations,
many
it's
DPS
definitely
ultimates
become kind of the most interesting spot to play around because it's
aren't
like-
super powerful compared to tank ults.
Yeah. The flanks, you can flank from on top.
You already used Nano, and SQ on Lucio, they're gonna go for the res though.
If you just sit in the middle
Oh,
of
that
pass
Mercy just
and
super
first
flied.
do that, you just drop
The
down,
Overwatch
of course,
devs
you
know
can
what
do
super
the
fly
drop
is.
off
I
or
repeat.
something. There's actually a little wall on the right you can climb up right there if you're a character that can climb or grapple or something. So it's just like this. When you're going through
Yo,
that,
the
it's
Mercy's
like
got
this
the
in
pistol
South
out.
Africa,
New
like,
Reaper.
When you're going under that pass, it's the most like
Ooh, those guns are slick.
anxiety-inducing spot.
Have they played Mama Mercy though? I don't think they have.
Calm for a while at first, because after a fight, and you're
They'd
going
make it
into
an
the
official
sounds, you're
game
like,
mode.
okay, what
See?
is about to
Yeah, I
happen
see
here? Where are
it.
they gonna become
They look really
threatening?
cool.
There's a sneaky
And now he's
little
dead.
alleyway in there too. A tiny once you're under the bridge, there's an alleyway.
So it looks
there.
like for Diva, they just gave her like
Reaper
really long
76,
DM again,
you-
which is
there's a
fine.
lot of,
She kind of needs
So
that.
it's like Gibraltar, right? You go
Rip.
through
Yeah,
the-
he
in the
unfaded
past,
in front of
you
everyone
just
with
want
low
to
HP.
quiet, that
Exactly.
someone's gonna show up and clap you.
They swapped Lucio to get back faster.
I mean, I'm loving this. It looks like
He has ultimate. The Diva's out of the fight. Look for an engage now. Try to force out the DM. Okay, use it now. Go, 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 go. Oh, you're going down. Get healed. Now use it. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Use it. Go, go, go. There you go.
I'd love to get some more of your thoughts here.
Oh yeah, I mean I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love
Oh,
all the like
I didn't hear that
architecture
Winston
and
voice line,
everything
but
in
it sounded cool.
I was fascinated when I was watching the preview during the BlizzCon line on it, and I would love to get in there.
You guys
and
got
just go
this.
explore it and look around.
Overtime
and,
spawns give
like,
you some extra
figure out,
push.
like,
You're gonna get a
what the
recontest with
best
Soldier
way to go
ult.
about this is, 'cause there's
Man,
a
an
lot
entire
to it.
tank missing is
It's a
still
little
hard to wrap my head
confusing, like,
around.
looking at it from like this perspective, but I'm sure once you get in there and you actually like play it, it makes a lot more sense.
Lucio Speed the robot.
even at 5v5, yeah, you definitely have to
Get it in there
of
faster.
franticness or hecticness, sort of around the bot.
Yeah, exactly.
And this
Your
is
Valkyrie is
a
not
game
even
where
close
it's
to
catered
done.
to, like,
Why are you
really,
healing
like,
the?
adrenaline
Why are you
sort
healing
of
that guy?
pumping moments
Actually, you
of
have
gameplay.
Lucio. You have Lucio. Mercy. Never mind.
It
That's why
seems
you're
like
healing the
there's a lot
Diva.
of, overtime moments.
If you had like an on it, you should definitely just be damage boosting the soldier. Or if you had a Zen.
All these buildings you can go in. There's so many more.
Diva would just have to play solo.
Explore. That seems like a way more intensive map
Exactly,
design process.
yeah.
As well. You
Bonk.
have to think of everything. You cannot
Nice
really
clutch.
just turn up
Oh,
and
did they see
turn
9?
this tapestry
Exactly.
into
No, I don't think they
something
did.
like this.
I'm having a hard time telling
Well,
which
that was
team is
your
which.
first
So
look of, obviously at some gameplay on Rome. A beautiful map, and
We
my
didn't
God,
even see the
I
end.
really think that those shot callers out there are going to have to be thinking a mile a minute just how they can take advantage of the sort of topography of the map as it sort of changes.
again,
Really
though,
exciting
one
stuff.
entire
I
tank
mean,
missing. It's gonna be pretty easy.
we
It's gonna be
already
easier
got
to tell what's
feel for
going on in the
mode,
game.
But it's crazy just how different. I don't know if you feel the same, Cupcake. How different this feels from.
How are you
Titanfall.
gonna
Even
call
though
the
it's the
Zarya
same
bubbles
game
now?
type,
Zarya
but the
only
map
one
sort of
bubble?
changes the feel and the flow so much.
Zarya no bubbles?
It does. Yeah.
I guess he would
it
say
does
Zarya
feel
used
a lot
bubble.
different.
And
I
then
don't have,
Zarya
like, a
used both
high-end,
bubbles.
like skill level, so I'm curious how it's gonna work on somebody on like my level. Like I'm like the average Overwatch player, you know.
Oh,
I'm
me
not
too.
You're in
like
good company.
top
Don't worry.
500.
You're
not
good
doing
I'm a
good.
Masters
I'm
Lucio
flat,
player,
you know, a lot of,
so
like, my Overwatch experience as a support, like I solo queue support. You know, like it's the struggle is real, and so my experience is like, I have my tanks are just like Leroy Jenkins in, and I'm like, okay, here we
Jenkins.
go, and I'm just trying to like keep up, So I'm curious, how that's gonna go on like as like plat games,
I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna
It's
find
not
out
gonna be
that I
good,
actually
trust
wasn't
me.
Playing any other rank than plat myself. That's what I'm gonna be
Me too.
experiencing. Hey, really quickly,
so y'all know how I feel, okay?
yeah, I mean, like I said, you're in good company. I'll make no bones about my standing in the game. That was incredible. Thank you, Jeff and Dion, for walking us through Rome. We started from that sort of vibrant sort of overlook, and then we were straight into the action. I really love just the juxtaposition of sort of the futuristic tech plus a really historic location.
Seems
that's a lot of
alright
fun.
so
I mean,
far.
speaking of incredible locations, we actually
It
saw
looks like
one
more
more
Overwatch,
map to
though.
show
I mean, it is
everybody. So,
PvP.
ladies and gentlemen, stick around. There's still more
Ooh,
to
another
come.
one?
A
Let's
new
go.
Map, an in-depth look that you haven't heard anything about. Coming up on the other side
Oh,
of the screen, so stick
okay.
around for
An
more
entirely
on
new
this
map.
OW2 PvP Developer live stream.
Okay, another 2-minute break. I kind of like what I see so far. I'm glad they aren't completely leaving PvP in the dust for PvE. They made quite a few interesting changes. Nice primal skills. Ew, Wrecking Ball, get it off my screen. Oh, is Map gonna get frozen? Hold on. No, I want to see him get frozen. He didn't get frozen there, heck. It didn't show us for long enough. Oh, Fire Strike for the win. Blech. That backflip though. Nice hook. Blah, 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 blah. That Reinhardt ain't getting booped anywhere. With that double passive, it sure ain't looking good for him. Oh, both Zens falling on the floor. That's a lot of balls. Oh, okay, taking the lead on his head. Nice call. Nice, nice, nice. Lucio's feeding. All in on the Mega. Oh, that was a nice cold gun. If only you would have taken that Mega. Big beat there. You got it, Lucio. Oh, nice. I hope they give someone a "We live in a society" voice line. Reaper with that, I think would be pretty good. We live in a society. We live in a society.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get ready for our final map of the day. Thanks to
no hero is shown yet.
Creators that dropped by the stream. It was
sad.
A ton of fun to have them. Back to the
It's AA Ron.
As I know, a lot.
It's the new Jeff. I just realized he was here.
Overwatch 2's PvP from
kind of sus.
Overwatch 1's PvP throughout these.
What did you do with Jeff Aaron?
This is a pretty drastic kind of change from what the players are used to at home. I guess
give him back
at home now. Like you know, what can the expectations be? You know, obviously, like you guys.
Did you win the 1v1 mystery heroes against Jeff?
Yeah, that's a great
for the position of game director.
And I think it's important to recognize that while we're really excited about a lot of the
I bet he
changes
cheated.
that we're making to the game, I think there's probably a lot of people, you know, watching the stream that can't help but wonder how it's going to affect them, you know, and
yeah, that's quite a few
like,
people watching.
We have a lot of tank
it's
players
live on
in the
Twitch
game.
too with like 8,000. I bet he
in the
hacked.
game.
Yeah.
And something that you said resonates with me, where Overwatch has changed.
He
over
used
the
sites.
years.
They're
We
hacking
talked
wall
about, you
hacks.
know,
My brain's
before
dead.
we had hero limits, or before we had roll lock, you know, like goats was a very popular part of Overwatch for a long time. Where
popular.
It was people were actually running 3 tanks instead of 2 tanks. And I think one of the things that has always been a part of Overwatch is the game does change over time. And I know that for some people, it's probably jarring to look at a change like this, you know, or maybe it's a little bit shocking because any time a big change like this happens and you start settling into like a pattern of uncertainty or of fear, you really translate it within your current context.
Whatever that means.
The game will continue to evolve and continue to shift.
Evolve?
The shift
or
from
devolve.
The shift into roll lock, it changed some of the meta of the game.
Yeah.
And now people look at the
well,
role
you completely deleted a composition and changed some of the heroes that were in it. So
than they did previously, and
oh,
I think that is a natural result of something like
again.
this. And so it might
give
be
us
easy to
back
say, like,
5
well,
divas and a
I'm an
Lucio.
off-tank player. How is this going to affect me
in competitive?
as an off-tank player? And I get that there's strategy there and there's synergies between some of these tanks, but if you're an off-tank player, if you're a diva player or a Zarya player, you can still be a diva or a Zarya player. And what we're hoping is when you get in the game, because a lot
what
of
about
this
for
is about
pro players though?
5
Ryans and a Bastion.
When you get in and actually feel what it's like to play as Zarya, you'll come away really enjoying the experience.
Yeah, I think one thing you mentioned, which is a really good shout, is that
make it happen,
yeah,
Blizz.
Like
it just takes one click.
Of, like,
hero limit off.
Now, right? Where you're like, well, wait, like if I just had 5v5 today, like how would I do like Zarya, or you know how would May work?
They should throw up an experimental patch with just one tank again.
That go on with the heroes that are involved with this. That yeah, like I think to your point, Aaron, like you really once you get a feel of
oh wait, no, it was 3-2-1, I think,
yeah,
whenever they did that
it
patch.
It is a big overhaul. We get that it's a
do
big
it, AA
overhaul,
Ron.
But at the same time, it still feels like Overwatch when you're playing.
Give it
Overwatch.
To us.
Like the heroes all still feel amazing and incredible. You have these great plays. There is still a ton of strategy for your team and everybody on it to use. And so I understand that it's a
kind of sounds
change,
like Jeff.
This is still the same game that we've been playing all along.
Yeah, it keeps all those core aspects that everybody loves about Overwatch,
but I like the original cores more.
Like
I don't like screen shake. I don't care about epic shaders and lighting effects. I just care about how the game actually feels to play.
I was like, this map needs to be last.
He kind of does, yeah, a little bit. Maybe he won't be so bad.
Monte Carlo, talk to me a little bit about it.
Okay, so Monte Carlo, another map where it's.
Oh, okay. Whoa, I got a race car. It doesn't really look like anyone can fit in there, but
you know, flying yachts, casinos.
Not right now. I will afterwards, though.
Luxury hotels. AI.
Sorry about that.
F1 races. We're story of Overwatch 2, so look out for that.
But Brad, look how good the map sounds. Look how good the map sounds.
It's just gorgeous. I mean, and the one thing that strikes me about this map, and I think you guys can obviously speak to
it sounds so good with my eyes that I'm using.
The area of the map plays so drastically different. You know, once we'll actually see it in play, but is that something that you guys are looking at with map design, of just like how you guys can change like verticality, levels of terrain, really, you know?
I didn't actually really see how the map looked.
Heroes or certain roles to really kind of take advantage of that.
We're definitely doing that. And I think a lot of the Overwatch 2 maps have features in them.
The sound design was incredible. I barely heard it. I wasn't even paying attention.
And we have that sort of.
Are we not going to see the map get played?
Section in it, or like the
hopefully we
section.
do.
And that was something.
We'll get to see some more Team 2 domination.
3 or 4 times over the entire course.
Oh, this is music they use for Owl.
Development, and we're just never able to get it to work. Right? And in Rome, we feel like we finally cracked the code on something like that. In Monte Carlo, there is this really cool uphill section in the map, and it's steeper and longer than anything we've done before. And so there's a lot of like difference in elevation there. And I feel like it kind of just speaks to some of the changes that we're willing to make.
Nice art.
With this game. In order to
showing the
introduce
evolution.
New gameplay and to have it feel fresh and vibrant for players.
Yeah, I definitely think
nice
we can start off that final map. We can keep this discussion going, because that was one of the first things that I noticed about this map. I was like, oh, like we're going straight. I was like, oh, this feels like, you know, very like, you know, classic Overwatch. Like here's the choke, and then all of a sudden we're going up. And I was like, I can't remember a map, you know, maybe even.
I kind of wanted to see some more of the new map.
Compared to like, I know Eichenwald when you're kind of going around the castle, but it's even steeper than that. Like, you know, I remember, you know, you're looking at it and you're like, oh man, how
you got a Blue Yeti
out there. Like, it's such a cool dynamic though.
Yeah.
Still trying to figure out what's in that guy's glasses, man.
Eichenwald's a great
How is it
example,
snowing
but
inside? I noticed that. Why is it snowing inside?
It doesn't have a large structure in the middle of it, so you're going up this really big elevation, and it's all open.
That looks neat, I guess.
And so there's a lot more interplay between the two teams as they're trying to push up the hill.
And I love Dion, the spawn rooms with the cars and everything. It's just so cool. As yeah, you just kind of see.
It may look cool, but it doesn't change any of the gameplay aspects. Maybe if you're in a chill no kill lobby, it'll be good. But
you have like the kind of car going around the track.
In game, you're just gonna immediately spawn and walk towards the objective.
Like your kind of checkpoint, how they would be in like a race. Yeah, you see this. So this first point is really interesting.
Like as you're walking, you'd be like, "Whoa, that's so cool." Okay, let's head up for the objective now.
Like a solo tank. Like you can play so many different ways, right? I've seen people play like really close up by like some of these staircases, a little bit further back. You can play the snipers up on the bridge. You can play like soldier up on the bridge. I think just adds so much more dynamics to play.
Get in there, Farah.
Yeah, and you definitely. Can see the payload is another. We're having fun with the payload here. It's a AI-driven F1 car race.
Okay, it's AI driven. Okay, that's why you can't get in it. That's a big muffler. Or, not a muffler. Do you think that's on the back of the car? The spoiler. There we go.
You guys are working on, you know, like push, you know, like.
The Ana died somehow. Couldn't even see what was going on.
Is there a different type of philosophy when going into start like a map? You know, for
they really like playing Farah.
Yeah, there's a lot of differences between these types of modes, and when you
okay, looks like there's a little room you can go in.
Like one of the things you always have to think about is
at
where
the top
the spawn
there.
rooms are going to be and how you're going to get out of the spawn rooms. And obviously it's different. Coming out of a spawn room is different on a payload map than any of our other map types, because you immediately start interacting with the objective.
Is there anywhere you can go inside? I can't see it. The door looks closed though.
About developing payload maps for Overwatch is
nice.
the entire route needs to be
if that Widow can aim a little better, you're probably dead.
just
They're
to
running a
build,
double
like,
hit scan. You might want to get the heck off of
usually you only
far.
have enough space on the sides of it so that you can
You
move
can
around.
shoot.
We do have a few
Heck and
tight
fire
sections
mains.
in our maps, but they're very short. Like right after you get the payload in King's Row, it gets very tight, but that's for a short period of time. And so
Big res.
when you do start
And
making these
she
larger
lived with 1
areas,
HP. Let's
it
go.
becomes very difficult to control sight lines, and it gets
Mercy
it
passes
gets
still seems
easy
really
to
slow.
make very long sight lines
Wow.
for the map where
Alright, now
it's
just gotta
no
look out for that
longer
Widowmaker.
really feels like an Overwatch map anymore because we really
There's the
try
Widow.
to
I was like, where's
control
she
those
at?
things. And I think it's why you see that a lot of the payload maps they
Stop zooming in. I just want to see the
back
inside.
a lot.
Okay, maybe you
And so
can't
much
go
of that
anywhere
is
with that
about
interior.
Controlling sight lines. And then
Doesn't
also
seem like it
presenting,
anyway.
Difficult areas for a team to push through. Oh, this is the hilly section.
Yeah, so I was gonna say that's the
hilly
area of
section?
verticality where, like, there's a sniper perch up here. It's kind of like that. Right
I see that.
if we're looking at it, but yeah, just this poses so many different obstacles for teams. But I also think it's kind of presents multiple ways to play where. You see right now, both teams playing the Zarya.
If I were Widow, I would have hit those shots. Same. Get this man an owl.
This team is just actually kind of just
Contact info is maker_of_fairies on Instagram.
Choice of the day. Yeah.
And you
Like I
can
said,
see,
that change is pretty new.
you can see from a visual standpoint that
Big
when
barrage,
we
actually
map,
big.
They're pretty large.
Oh,
maps
okay.
for an
We're playing a
Overwatch
bit of
space.
ground fire.
So we want the visuals
Help
to
Diana.
kind of change as players complete
For real.
objectives.
Wait, what? How did you
The
trade
world
that?
looks different.
You've got Deadly
It
Kitten on the
was-
payload. You
it was
can't
flat
lose.
Before, and then you reach the first objective, and now you're on the hill. And they'll move into the hotel.
So
for the
about that
final
sniper's
objective. So there's this
poach.
visual progression to
She's not on it.
kind of your complete
Hit me up at
objective.
Blizzard.
You feel like you're making progress through the map because the world.
I
around
hear
you is so much
San
changing.
Francisco Shock needs a good hit scan player.
Like Dorado.
Just saying.
Like
Right.
If you were to kind of think of a map from the live game where you kind of start through that choke area, it goes towards that high ground, and then you have that like interior. And
Oh.
the interior for
That
this
was a
map is
Transcendence,
cooler
if I've ever
things
seen
that
one. Oh,
I've
poor
seen,
Bob.
in
Oh, there's a
Overwatch,
sniper
and,
perch.
hopefully
Ah,
we'll
she
get to
missed.
see it, but just the tiering of it.
Yeah, that
how
BAP
adaptable
healing
the-
definitely didn't get in the way of that shot at all.
Obviously, have a better view of it, but it's really kind of like this multi-tier.
Nice visual
vertical
effects.
Kind of like casino. It's so interesting.
Ow, I hit my desk.
Yeah, it's a super cool space and really fun to fight through. I think you know, over time, Overwatch map design is.
What is going on in this
but I think
fight?
the way that the game
The
is
Zen's
changed a little
frontlining.
bit, the presence or the importance of high ground.
Yeah,
really
ball
can't
would be really good
overstated
here, just saying.
In this game, and so we're
A lot of
trying
places
give
to slam,
more
roll
of that
around
to
through.
teams, and
Boop them forwards
trying
and
to
started
create
playing up
kinda
front.
like conflict points in some of these maps, and who's going to control that high ground.
Yeah, no. I
Soldier's
think
gun
obviously
sounds like
it's
the
a
Bastion
shooter,
Lego skin.
right?
Yep, 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 yep,
high
yep, yep,
ground
yep,
is
yep.
always kind of the go-to.
Big mega.
Where Overwatch has always had the ability for multiple players to take.
They don't have
over, whether
res.
it's like a Hanzo,
Kinda
or
does.
so they're like with a wall climb or a Widow, but
Oh, you're up
like a
2.
multi-tiered level like
Keep
this,
spamming Hanzo, you'll hit him
allows everybody
eventually.
to kind of have some access of high ground, which brings into play. I know Ana really kind of effective here at the high ground with the grenades.
Okay, now it's going back down a bit.
Kind of go over the line, and
This is a long map.
The car will go inside of the casino. I've seen a few cars inside of casinos in my day. They're usually not moving though. I think
One thing I have to question about this is
depending on how the day went, maybe they're
why
moving,
can't
but
this
that's
just be an
something
Overwatch
that,
1?
it's-
Why does it have to
This
be
is the hotel
separated
portion of- this is the
into an
hotel
entirely
portion
different
of
franchise? Like,
the luxury.
couldn't you just remove the
You
tank
can see the
slot?
high ground in the back over there.
Heck if
It's
I
actually
know.
really difficult for us to put a lot of.
Yeah,
into
the only
our
thing I really
game.
see is the
One of the
PvE
things we
being
do in Overwatch is,
separated.
Our
I don't know if they
stairs
still
are
have
very
plans
shallow.
for Overwatch 1
And we don't typically have
PvP to be
any
connected to
ramps
Overwatch
in
2 or
the entire
not.
game. And I
Blizz
think
wants
the game
money.
plays better that way. It
But if you
feels
can still play
smoother like
Overwatch
that.
1 with Overwatch 2
But it
players,
makes it so
then odds are
hard.
they're gonna have
It
to connect
just
all of the
kills
stuff they
level
add.
Designers on the project trying to get people up to high ground, because it takes a lot of space.
So I don't
for them
know.
to do it.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a really interesting point that I guess I've never really.
Maybe they just wanted to do like the PvE stuff separate, and they're like, okay, let's just do PvP as well. Because they're kind of letting Overwatch 1 die for this.
Kind of turns to get to that elevation. Is that just to keep everything smooth and just kind of predictable?
Yep. So that's part of it. To keep it smooth. Keep.
I
it
like it either
predictable.
way. I'm just
It's
confused
also like it can be really,
on why they like have to
kind
separate
of,
it.
difficult to overcome a really steep staircase. It's almost like a wall in front of you, and you don't know what's going to be at the top of it. And so we always like for players to be able to run through our maps and to be able to look at a space and kind of develop a mental
Oh, kind of walked into that
image
graph.
of where everything's going, of what the space is actually going to be like outside of your view. And it's easier to do that with
Get out of there,
shallower
Zarya.
stairs. It's also easier to push up.
Get back in
the
there, Zarya. He's gonna
shallower
poop you
staircase
forward.
and a higher staircase.
Oh,
And,
nope.
lastly,
Bubble
just
lasts
the
too
way that
long.
a lot of games
Did that
character
bubble last
physics
longer?
work.
Hold on, I gotta count
It's
that now.
also smoother
I think it
to
normally lasts for
move
2
on
seconds.
steep staircases, or on,
I
on
couldn't tell. The
shallow
Junkrat blew it up.
I was gonna say the only really, I guess, steep
Ooh,
staircase
I wish it would tell you how
is,
much
the
charge
one on the
Zarya
horizon
had
lunar colony,
with the Mercy Beam on it.
You know, on the first point where you're kind of going.
Yeah,
up
she
and
has 2
down.
bubbles too.
And yeah, that does kind of prove like some of the
Bleak.
things that you're talking about, where I know we've all been there, where a Junkrat is sitting on top of the stairs with Horizon.
It might
and
last
you can see
longer.
he's shooting
It'd make
you
sense if it
and
did.
you're just kinda getting pelted on the way
Oh,
up.
please have a bubble.
So not
1,
the best of
2.
feelings, you know?
Okay, that definitely looked like it lasts longer. Pretty sure
Yeah,
bubble
I
lasts
don't-
2 seconds
I don't really know
normally.
what to say about that besides,
It at least. Oh,
we are
okay,
moving
never
away
mind. I thought
from
the Zen was
2
about to die.
PvP.
It at least looks like it lasts longer.
Okay, keep the combat moving. I love.
They
this
keep
area,
breaking
like
the
you see where
bubbles
that
too
soldier
fast,
is
though. It's
sitting
hard to
up
count.
top. Like one of the cool things about this map that I definitely saw when watching it was that like the attackers can actually like access that area. Like you can go around.
Oh, Junkrat on the flank.
Yeah, curly mustache.
Going up to the Pharah. Oh, you shouldn't have get yourself away that fast.
That's something we
Stop breaking the bubble. I can't see.
Yeah, we try to. We're very intentional with the way we do flank.
Fire on the
routes.
flank.
We try to
Just
make
the
it
trap.
so that
Oh,
at least
junk
one
bed.
team, like the team, can be aware of people that are coming on a flank.
Team 2 is.
Um,
Oh,
and
did
we
they just
usually
C9?
Don't try to let you get all the way around behind the defense.
I'm pretty
without
sure they
having
just C9.
Some way of knowing that it's coming, or having the offense earning something like that. And we
Let me
think
see
this
what the
one's
YouTube
fair.
chat has
We've
to
gone
say.
back and forth
They
on this
did,
a lot.
yeah.
There's been 30 different variations of this route. But
They
hopefully
definitely
this
won that fight too.
Depending on how your game goes, it's fair.
Yeah.
Depending on who else
Very
wins.
competitive players we
I
have
actually
here.
have some questions from Twitter that you know some people have been pulling and just kind of just really I think things that people.
Hopefully
are
you can make
interested
that
in.
jump over that left
For
wall.
you
It looks like you
guys,
can.
What changed to you know character buff?
Maybe
or
it's like
nerf
it's
you
already
guys
something.
most looking forward to that you guys have played around, implemented with thus far.
They actually C9.
Wow,
That's
I mean,
great.
that's
Let's just go back and laugh at them.
something like that. And so be aware in routes, and we try to make it so that at least one team, like the team, can be aware of people that are coming on a flank.
What? That Zarya's on the point.
And we usually don't try to let you get all of
They
the
actually
things to
C9'd.
the tank
Good.
pool, the hero passives that we're introducing.
nice car.
With all the other
There's no
roles
steering
in the
wheel,
game.
though.
So,
I guess
as
Elon
well as,
Musk got his way.
some of the work that we've been
Yeah, there's
doing,
only autopilot. There's no steering wheel. Maybe
with,
it's all
like,
digital.
CC abilities in the game, so it's really hard
Yeah,
to pick one of those.
My personal one is actually the one that we saw from BlizzCon Line was the Reinhardt stuff.
Yes,
As
me
somebody
too.
who's always
Oh, he
wanted
just
to
did it.
play
He canceled the
Reinhardt,
charge.
he's
He
pretty
did it.
tragic at it. Being able to be a little bit more, this is like selfish. Being able to be a little bit.
Oh,
more
they got Torbjorn.
and
They
more
win.
offensive
Oh, they got a mirror Torbjorn. Let's
is
go.
The type of Reinhardt play I want on when I just charge in without talking to any of my teammates currently. It doesn't work. I'm sure that
Now you can do that.
I'm sure that won't work in Overwatch 2 either, but I can at least put it in my mind that it could be a possibility. Yeah.
Get that guy.
Always the promise of
Ooh,
Reinhardt,
you
in
almost
any
got him.
version
Oh, nice wall.
that you're
Good
playing,
counter
it's that
teamwork.
moment Where you get to drop the shield and go in and just start laying waste. to
Anti-teamwork, I think it's
Feels
called.
so
There's Mercy
good.
top right.
Yeah,
Look at her.
You
Oh,
play
okay. No one
Reinhardt
looked at her.
and
She got throws in the Torbjorn. Now he's gonna overload. He's gonna get his ult up. Never mind. It's only at 40% because there's not a second tank to farm it off of.
that perfect
Oh,
shot.
that was a nice cancel.
I'm committing.
Oh, Sherry, the barrier's dead. Finally got the Torb turret.
Ability,
I'm noticing some lack of coordination.
how do you guys,
Oh wait, did the Ana freeze there? Hold
here's
on.
another one, from,
We're gonna look at this.
Twitter.
She
How do
did
you
freeze.
guys,
Okay, May ult still
maintain-
freezes. Oh, I think I broke E. Uh-oh. I broke it.
I assume.
Oh, there you go.
Kept, like,
That's not live. Go back to live. There you go.
Here, like Winston. Winston is super fun in PvP. But a lot of his enjoyment
There you
comes
go. Oh,
from
2, 3,
sort of
4,
how much you're willing to commit,
5.
there's always,
Oh,
like, this
okay.
space
Well,
where
4
you
swings and a baby
taking
diva.
space, but
She got the double
you
pocket
know,
though. What
you
else
don't
can you
wanna
do?
Be too far ahead of your team or your healers and how you're committing and everything. But it's hard to translate that to a PvE environment.
And they res the baby diva.
So,
Okay,
you
she's
know,
unkillable.
early playtest of PvE was sort of like,
Oh, they got
we need
remixed.
more, and then we started getting into like, okay, well, we really need to talk about it.
Wow, cancel charge is much more OP than I thought it was. You can't feed with your charge
A lot
anymore.
of the, like for instance, the current Winston.
You can bait charges and stuff too.
Blast actually came from PvE first. We were just like, oh, this is a lot more fun, and like, oh, I wonder if this could apply to the base kit. Plus, we're doing all the other chains of PvP, and so we started.
Well, then I guess you could counter cancel.
So
So many abilities you can bait out. Yeah.
We're like enjoying playing it. Yeah, we'll totally take it. But I think our general.
Like, okay, I wanna go into the back lane. Oh wait, never mind. I'm gonna leave my team behind, and then you just stop charging. Get the turret. Turret is top priority. It's just getting free ult charge. Well, I guess he has ult. But it's getting free damage.
I just had to make this prototype, but I did a prototype.
Nice wall.
PvP VE mode, I called it.
That was a questionable mail.
Because I think like I get the expectation that people will probably ask about that pretty quick.
No, Torblet, what are you doing? Get out of there! Oh, he's dead.
And it was a little dirty because it was like there wasn't a lot of balancing done. It was just like, oh, let's just throw all the crazy PvE stuff in here and see how they work against players. And it was pretty tragic, but it was pretty interesting. And like, there's maybe a version of that. Yeah, exactly. There's maybe a version that we could do that at some point.
There you go.
In the future, but we don't have like direct.
You don't have any ults.
One thing came out of it.
Yeah,
Like,
an
this is
entire
fun, but,
ultimate
like,
is
man,
gone
this
out
was
of the
a lot
fight
work
too.
Try to balance this anywhere close to what it would have to be.
Yeah, we do a lot of experimentation like that, which I think is one of the.
Wow,
that's
such a long DM.
Game. And I
Look
know,
at
like,
that thing.
As they were playing Rome, you know, there was a question of like, hey, are we working on like do you work on other game modes? And it is something that we do a lot.
Yeah, it's not a bad diva so
Push
far.
map, or the push game mode came out of a whole different game mode that we were working on as we were kind of.
Oh, he got the hammer kill.
How you would put, a
Team 2 wins right now.
like
They already won.
version
He got a second one.
Overwatch, and we weren't really able to do it. But
Get in there, Torblet. Oh,
we are
Overload
working
doesn't
on
give.
one other one that I'm really,
Wait.
really excited
Did Overload just
about,
give him
and
shields?
hopefully it's something that we'll be able to talk to.
Pretty
our
sure they just
players
he
and
gave him
community
green
about.
health.
I love that.
Yes.
More ways to
Yeah,
play.
he overloaded
It's
and it gave him
totally
green
fine
health.
with me, and I'm sure the rest of the community.
It didn't give armor, and it also didn't make his hammer all molten core.
Actually, kind of like found throughout the day.
That was weird.
It's one of the things that's like a little bit newer to the live game. It's like the experimental card, and then some of the
Yeah,
things
see?
they'll do there. And
The
trying
Torb
out things
Overload
that
isn't
look like
like
they
making
kind of
anything
made
dark
their
or
way
anything
in.
like it does in live.
I feel like
That's
that
weird.
has been a huge tool for you guys. For really just kind of.
Maybe it's like a bug or
the
something
April Fool's
since the
stuff.
skin is still new.
You know, Jeff, I don't know if I can convince you, but give me the flying.
Look at his
Sigma,
next
and
Overload.
solo tank, but like, give me flying
If they're gonna
Sigma
show
so
it.
I can just battle Pharos and ignore my team. But
Nice.
a lot of some of that stuff is really interesting that you guys.
Overload, you hack word.
Yeah, it's been so powerful. I mean,
There
I
it
feel
is.
like
See, look at his health. It's
sort
green.
of a developer's dream in a sense.
But
to,
it
throw
doesn't
just,
regenerate,
I
so.
don't know, maybe this is
Well,
kinda
I
cool
guess
'cause it
then
just, like,
shield is different.
Show this to people and get their impression.
Like
you know?
Zarya, yeah,
You can't
Zarya's
really
shield's
do that.
still
In fact,
blue,
we've
I
talked
think.
about in the past about expanding.
Weird.
Maybe even showing more stuff, but.
Maybe it's just another visual thing.
What if we showed like crazy early level layouts that was just all like gray box stuff? Like how early can we show?
Yeah,
before it
Doom
gets
has
like
green
really
green shields too,
here's
so.
a, you know, a stick man.
I'm just gonna guess it's a
like, is that
visual
just,
bug.
like, not even worth giving feedback on or what? But like.
I don't really know why they'd
So
make it shield unless it's to
been
counter
powerful, and
or
we're
make
still looking at ways to
Sombra
sort
a
of
counter
use
to it,
and,
but.
you know, it's just another great feedback tool we get from the community.
It's so funny. We were talking the other day, and it's like.
We got Mercy. She's staying alive the best she can.
When, like, you saw, like,
You
some
tried
videos,
it.
like, this is kind of cool, and you're just like, wait, hold on, like.
Winnable for Team 1.
the Sigma's
They're gonna
cool
win their
for
first game,
game
maybe.
two, but like, we can't have that all the time, right?
I should have seen what kind of damage that did.
Yeah, so we see the blue team kind of approach the final area, and then there was one question actually just about the Overwatch dev team. Like, how has it been? You know, working from home. How large has the team gotten over the last few years? I feel like
A game like
it's
this
really
shouldn't be
grown a lot.
super hard from home.
The work from home is a bit of a mixed bag, you know. And when we first started, we were really worried about how productive the team would be because never something. It's
The
something
visuals
I've
on
really
Diva's
done
miss
before.
like hit
And
stuff.
the team is amazing.
From her primary
and
attack,
they
it's pretty
actually,
good.
Like, really rallied, and I
Looks
feel
kind
like
of cool.
we are just as productive as we were before, and in some ways, we are more productive about certain things. You know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's definitely there's.
You don't have
parts
to
of
go
it
to
that
like
are
the
harder,
office or
you know,
anything.
like,
You're just always
we
at
don't
home.
all have
Diva
home
had a mech.
offices, you know,
You're
like,
dead. He got another hammer kill. He's
I
dominant.
just have to make sure I make my bed every day before I go on calls. And then the team, it's really grown. We kind of like when we shipped
This man with the
Overwatch
hammer.
1, when it launched, we were around
Buff
60 to
confirmed for
70
Torvald.
people. And
This
the
man
team has
cannot be
continued to
stopped. Yes,
grow,
Deadly
from
Kitten,
there. And I don't
the
think
greatest
we're
Torbjorn player on the
200
Overwatch
yet,
team.
but we just keep
just about.
growing because the game that we're making now, Overwatch 2, it's a much bigger game than the original.
Big stick. Oh, Deadly
It's even
Kitten.
a bigger game than like even when I started to hear about Overwatch 2, it was like, oh, cool, like yeah, like this is gonna I want another Overwatch, and then like just kind of hearing everything that goes involved with
You
it,
got
with,
this,
like,
Team
the
One.
PvE and now all these massive changes to PvP.
Just a
like,
bit
the
more.
scope of the game
You gotta
is so
discord the
big.
Doomfist.
It's
Oh,
huge. But it's really exciting working
Carry
on
down.
something that has that many
Shh.
aspects
Repeat.
to it.
Carry down.
The
Carry
thing
down. We lost
that
the
I like
fight.
about it, and hopefully
He's
what we're
coming in
showing
with
here
this.
today is
You
that
needed Nano
we're able to
Torbjorn
work on something
with the
that's new,
damage.
you know,
Oh,
and
they
has all these exciting
nanoed
elements, while
Doomfist
still
instead.
focusing
That's a lot of
on
damage,
what,
but you got
like,
one.
made
Okay,
the
you're up
original
two.
game great. Like,
Oh shoot, no. Deadly
like,
Kitten's alive. It's
hey,
fine.
love or hate.
The turret's dead.
5v5,
No, Deadly
we
Kitten
are
died to the
committed
Coob.
to like keeping the PvP of Overwatch.
Come
as
on, Lumpy.
competitive,
You gotta pick up
as
your
possible.
gamey.
We are putting so many resources into it.
Okay, Deadly Kitten's come. Oh, they're off Torbjorn. I don't care if they lose anymore. Get him, Quirky Turtle. You sure are a Quirky Turtle on that Wrecking Ball.
Right? You know, pushing the game
Oh,
forward,
good job.
You know, coming up with new kind of creative ways to play. So this
They're coming back with Doomfist. If only you're in Torbjorn, you would have extra health, and it's over. Yay, they won their first game.
He was gone.
All because
That
Team
kind of
2C9.
concludes, I'm sure.
None of the
that
transcends.
devs are going to- they'll know who
My
won
favorite
the
ult combo
most,
is still
who's
Whole
not
Hog,
keeping score of the
Blizzard.
matches. I'm sure they'll
sure
be.
they
they'll
know.
be
Nothing
keep score
that anyone ever
of,
says will change
of,
that.
Who won and lost.
Whole Hog Blizzard is the
Just-
greatest
just
combo.
a really awesome showcase of the PvP side of the game.
And you
today.
can't convince me
You
other
guys
side
could just kinda
otherwise.
give, one
Really?
last
Yeah,
thing
it's my
message
favorite
to,
anyway.
like, everybody out there who's
Maybe not the greatest
playing
of all
Overwatch
time,
on,
but
just
Whole Hog
Overwatch
Blizzard is
2,
my
all these
favorite.
PvP changes today
It's
are
just so
really-
good.
I guess I'd say thank you so much for watching.
Oh,
And
I think
thank
we're
you
at the
so
end
much
here.
for like the support and the communication, like the active communication that has been present from our community ever since, even from before Overwatch.
Yeah, the
came out.
community is
So
just
one,
saying, can you please
I'd like
release
to
this
just give a
Blizzard?
heartfelt
Doesn't
thank
Whole Hog just
you
push
to
everyone out of the
that's
Blizzard?
watching and has been involved in
And?
our community throughout the years. And I also want to let you know that we
What
are
about
still
it?
listening and we are still taking feedback on this game, and more than anything we just want it to be the best version of
You think that
itself,
changes anything?
that it can
Now
be.
I
We're
see,
committed
yes.
to making it.
I've actually had that
We
happen
come
at a
into
comp
work
game
every
before.
day,
We won that fight
kinda,
too.
like, passionate and excited to work on this game, whether it's some of the
Our Hog was ulting. May said, "Alright, throwing it in."
that we're doing for the PvE side of the game.
I don't think
or
anyone
whether
got
it's
frozen,
the
but we
maps
won the
or
fight. So
heroes that we're
greatest
working on
combo.
for the PvP side of the game.
100% win rate.
Thank you all. Thank you for letting us build this game for all of you because we love doing it.
Oh,
How
I think it's
about
over.
you, Jeff and Jim?
I pretty much echo what Aaron said. Of course, thanks to community. I mean, a lot of this kind of changes, especially all this experimentation.
I'm choking on water right now.
Starting Overwatch 2 was directly.
He has a
from feedback
Winston
from the
shirt.
community and
This
hearing
man is
what
amazing.
People liked and didn't like, and hopefully that comes across. Also to mention that obviously I think I've thrown out a lot already, but this is all like pretty early work in progress still. We're still trying a lot of stuff. There's a lot of
Pretty
stuff
early.
that isn't even in this, so you can see that we're very actively working on this.
So
stuff.
what? 3 years from now,
So
it'll
if you,
be it'll be
see
done.
something like, I see Doomfist running around and smashing people against walls, and I can imagine somebody like, oh, Doomfist is still doing his stun combo kill, but like, I suspect we'll be making a lot of changes to him, for example, especially if we do CC changes. So it's sort of like the double-edged sword of like being able to show you guys the stuff really early is, some of it's not quite done yet. But
Okay,
I
so
think
they're
it's been
making
awesome to really,
some changes to
try to keep
more heroes. Share the new heroes. I'm pretty sure this is done. This is the closing statement.
Yeah, and I echo the same thing. We have a pretty incredible team working on the game. The character team, world building, QA, production, concepting. It's
yeah, no new
quite
heroes.
We love playing the game every day.
That's
and we
like
look
the
forward to
most
getting
content you can get out of
very
Overwatch
soon.
2. Not 2 isn't 2. 2 isn't 00.
We're working with you guys on some of the stuff like this, and then some of the other members of the Overwatch team, like your guys' passion to just make this game the best is something that comes through in every conversation. So really excited to see what you guys have in store for the future of the game. Aaron, what's next? What can the community look for? I think you guys have an AMA going on.
Yep, we have one coming up in just a few days. It's going to be
days,
on the
okay.
main Overwatch Reddit, or subreddit, sorry. So
I'll just
tune
read
into
up
that,
on it.
And, I
In like a
think
video or
it's
something.
the
I'm sure
three
it'll get a
of
lot of
us.
things. New
Don't quote me on
hero,
that.
the stunner.
Dion for it.
M1, Widowmaker, but every shot stuns.
Just got signed up. I'll send the
Ability
Aaron,
1, McCree flashbang, but it stuns in a 25-meter radius. Ability 2, it's a movement ability. Whenever it ends, it stuns everyone in the entire game. All at once. Ultimate stuns the server. Everyone lag spikes.
Guys, the Overwatch Anniversary event is going on right now in game. Some really awesome skins to earn. You can get that combat. The new.
If you
Honest
hear
skin,
his
by
footsteps, you get
winning
stunned.
games, or you can just keep losing games.
Literally crashes the game. Yes, his ultimate just insta crashes the entire server and the entire every game on Overwatch.
Truly a blast. Thank you, Aaron, Jeff.
I think that'd be a fun hero.
That'll be it from us. Follow Play Overwatch on all social medias to stay up with all the.
All right,
latest
looks like
news
this
for
is over
Overwatch
now.
2. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Well, that was interesting. So it seems like they'll be changing more heroes. So I don't want to judge it on the hero aspect quite yet. Only one tank hero. That'll change up the game a lot. It'll make it a lot slower and easier to track. It should anyway. If I had to guess, the game would be going to a lot of double sniper and long range heroes. For the meta anyway. The new maps are cool, I guess. They didn't say anything about 2CP, but I'm sure it's still getting removed, hopefully. I think that's it. I'm gonna end stream here though. I'm kind of tired. I don't know if I'll come back today or not. We'll see. So, thanks for watching. See you either later today or tomorrow for some Half-Life. Bye-bye.